It's season 3 with me, Matt.
And me, Neil.
And me, Sam.
Welcome to this instalment of the Adeptus Terra podcast.
Strap in and relax.
Come and get your monthly hit of 3 idiots hooked on that plastic crack.
We hope you enjoy the chaos you're about to experience. Hello and welcome to season 3, episode 8. I'm Matt.
I'm Sam.
I'm Neil.
And here we are gathered together to talk about 40k, heresy, kill team, and all that goodness. So, before we get into what we're up to, or what we've been up to, I should say, as always, we share a highlight of our monthly hobby hangout. The next one will be September the 28th from 8 p.m. onwards. Is this out before the 31st? Technically, it should be.
It's 31st.
Of
31st
August.
is Thursday, isn't it?
31st will be next Sunday.
Oh. Then yes.
So, yes. So, technically, there's another hobby hangout 31st of August, which if you're listening to this on release day or the first couple of days, then you should hear about that. So, come and join us for that. Again, 8 p.m. onwards. We put out a Google Meet link and we meet and hang out and do some hobby. It's going to be a good time. And then, yes, the next one after that will be the September the 28th. They're always pretty much on the last Sunday of every month.
Unless we can't be bothered or we've poorly organised our calendar.
I think we've been pretty good, other than like December, which
is
is around Christmas time, and New Year's. I think other than that, I think pretty much maybe only once we've moved it in like 10 years. So we're pretty accurate. So yes, come and hang out, come and join us. We post a link on our Discord, Facebook page, Facebook community safe room, wherever we can really. We put the link out and come and join us. There's a good, healthy number that gather every month, but we always love meeting new people. So if you've been listening to us for a while and wanted to pluck up the courage to come and join, please do. They're really, really good fun, like-minded people, and they're very easy to kind of drop in and out of. So come and hang out. Cool, gentlemen, Legion of 3. I know we've got lots of little bits to talk about and probably go on many, many tangents. Shall we start with our usual kind of purchases?
Yep.
Go on, Neil.
So, I've been on a holiday.
Yes.
And I had planned to go to a Warhammer shop.
On holiday.
Whilst on holiday.
Yes,
Right,
yes.
okay.
The standard tradition.
The standard tradition
Yep.
of there was going to be a picture and everything. There was a photograph taken, but I didn't actually get inside the store because it closed before closing time.
Oh, no.
How dare they?
I know, outrageous that they would close before 5:30.
Hang on, was it the Dutch?
It may or may not have been the Dutch.
Right, okay.
I don't want to. Who knows? The person running the store may not have been Dutch.
Who knows? They could have been French.
The stupid thing is my brain literally went,
Was there-
probably a Frenchman on strike.
Was there
But
a barricade
that's
against
mean
the
to our
door?
French listeners.
Sorry, Giles.
I did not see a barricade across the door because I did not look because I saw
Did you
closed.
Did you hear pipers playing in the background?
No.
Stop.
So that was a failed attempt number 1. That was going to be the Warhammer store in Groningen.
Okay.
Groningen, yes.
Groningen, gone again.
Groningen. Well, he was gone again, wasn't he?
Yeah.
He went there.
So attempt number 2.
Yep.
Didn't even get to the store.
Oh.
Didn't even get to the store.
Did you fall over again?
No.
Confused, get lost.
No. So the plan was to each day of the holiday we'd do something that we all want. One person would select.
You're going
What would
to
they-
force.
Oh, yeah.
No.
Let's go to the games
No,
workshop.
my
That would be amazing.
that would have been an amazing. It'd be like we are going. No, my day.
Significant others' parents, please come to the Warhammer shop.
This was
It's a good way of testing whether they truly accept
you my toys. We can buy some paint.
No, unfortunately, my day of choice was right at the start of the holiday,
Right.
and it was to do a cycle ride.
To the Warhammer store.
No.
Right.
Although it felt like we'd gone that far, believe me, 44 kilometres down the line. So yeah, we then went to Utrecht, and yeah, the place we went to was down the bottom of the city, and there was no way
Yep.
in an hour I was going to make it to the top
And back.
and back
Yeah.
with people.
with people. Yeah,
I think you could have made it an hour.
I possibly could have done, but again, I'm not 100% sure. So again, another failed
Because
attempt.
I have traipsed Kelly through the suburbs of Paris to go to the store there.
But yes,
I've never on holiday, even when. So obviously, I was on holiday. Between recordings actually, and we were in Great Yarmouth. And do you know what's there? You know that
the 40K
that
store.
amazing
Yeah.
second-hand store was literally 10 minutes from our caravan.
Why didn't you go?
I didn't get an opportunity.
What do you mean you didn't get an opportunity?
Oh, so
Too busy.
so events conspired against you as well.
Yeah, family conspired against me.
Events
Like
conspired
my
against you.
wife conspired against me. I was
I'm-
like, "Can I borrow the car? Where are you going? To the Warhammer shop?" No. Okay.
But you should have just taken Caleb. Like Caleb wants to come.
Yeah, I did try. We were quite busy on like the days that could have been.
Yeah.
It just didn't work out. Like the timings didn't work out. It was one of these like I could go look at all these models and not buy anything.
Yeah.
Like I can't be bothered. But I did miss out on that opportunity.
Yeah. Yes. The events conspired against us.
I actually
Big
haven't
time.
been on holiday
Shocking.
since we last recorded. I am going on holiday before we record again. So
Shocking
I
turn
will
of
be
events.
going. I will be going to the Warhammer store.
Yes.
Or I don't think it's actually a Warhammer store. I think it's
Cornwall
some in
way?
Cornwall.
Oh,
So I think Churro's the only one that would probably have it.
That's kind of
And
cool.
there's I know Mike's been to not a convention, an event in Truro. I think it was in Truro.
pass on that one.
Hmm.
But yeah, so fail by me to purchase anything away whilst on holiday. It probably would have only been paints, but you know,
Yeah. Well, it's not the end of the world not spending money.
no, exactly, very true, very very true. How about you, Matt?
Yeah, I've spent just a little bit of money, in all the kind of changes of Heresy 3.0. I have ordered just last week 10 melter guns
Cool.
from the upgrade pack on eBay for a very nice little price.
Cool. Nice.
For a support squad that I plan to build for my Night Lords.
Nice.
So there are 10 Mark 6 guys.
Yep.
And the upgrade should fit. So I've pulled off all the bolter because the bolters have 2 hands now.
Yes.
So I'm hoping the melter guns just go exactly where the bolt guns do, and the hands are roughly around the same length space.
Oh, just a bit of milliput or green stuff, you'd be fine.
If not, I'll pop some arms off and repose them. They're all super glue, so they're easy to do that with. But yeah, so they'll become a 10-man melter squad. I think after that, I don't actually need to purchase anything for either of my 2 legions
fair
in
enough.
Heresy. So I've been able to convert, and we'll talk about that in models worked on, but lots of models into the units I wanted. So yeah.
I will need to be purchasing some stuff, but I haven't worked out what that is yet.
Yes. Yeah.
I have purchased 2 Predators.
Yes.
A
Heresy Mark.
Heresy Mark.
Nice.
So I needed 2 of the support variants, right? And because I was making a flamer and a melter cannon one.
Yeah.
And when I went to Whaling Games, because I was so excited to go and buy it, I didn't want to wait the 2 days for it to be delivered. So I went to the Whaling Games in Hockley, right?
Yep.
One, the store gutted, as in
Yes.
the entire gaming area is all gone.
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
all just gone now.
It was like that last year.
And I was talking to the guy behind the shop. I was like, "Oh, so when are you moving? There must be soon if it's all empty." He was like, "No idea. They haven't told us a date yet."
Wow.
Which, to be honest, I don't trust him as far as I can throw him because he works at Wayland. So
True.
who knows? He could get lost in the mail or just not deliver, or say they've got something in stock and then not actually give it to you.
Yeah.
So they might actually have dates and he might just not tell me. But it just seems such a shame. Like, surely you just leave the store where it was.
And more staff, right?
Yeah, but the store's there. I guess the ratios, you probably need more than one staff member to man it.
Yeah,
with
100%.
the
You'd
thing.
need 2.
It just seems a bit of a shame, really.
Yeah.
And if there really is no current timeline to get into the new store and tables, then it's just a bit sad.
Yeah, you should have just moved your warehouse, kept a gaming thing running, because you would have sold more that way as well.
It just feels a little bit naive, and no, it doesn't. It feels like Wayland have basically just prioritised their online sales, which is perfectly fine. If they make more money that way, the stores are basically there to kind of get you in and convince you to buy shit when you're there. really, and give it like build a community around it to then hopefully drive sales. So I kind of get why they haven't prioritized it. Like they're moving to a new warehouse, trying to figure shit out. They've bought like another game system as well, something like that. So,
Interesting.
It's just a bit of a shame. After there's so many times we've played there and stuff, it just seems a bit of a shame that it's just empty now and they're not seeming to pull the finger out to sort anything out. But I went there to buy them, and they only stock one of everything.
Okay, yeah.
However, when I was walking out, I had a brainwave to think, hang on, I don't need two, because I'm only going to have one Magna and one Melter. So one Melter and one Flamer. I was like, I just need another chassis.
Yeah.
So I went back in and bought the standard Predator, and then built it up.
Both as supports, technically.
Both as supports.
Oh, well done, you.
We're not talking about building yet, so I won't talk about that yet. I also bought a can of Colour Forge Matte Black.
Mm.
Have
And
you used it yet?
I have used it.
Any good?
I think I'm sold on doing rattle cans rather than airbrushing my undercoats now.
Okay.
Like it was really easy. The only thing I would say is it is very matte.
Yeah.
Like compared to like
this very matte.
Yeah, it's very
Very
flat.
me.
It
I'm anything but flat.
when you lay down, like
when I lay down, I'm Daddy Mountain. That's a Bluey reference.
Becomes Daddy's speed bump. So I have used it. It's not like Chaos Black, where I think Chaos Spray Black has more of a satin.
Yeah, it's like satin.
Well, this is
finish,
very matte.
Yeah.
So I think where normally what I was planning on doing for painting them, I was going to have some black. Whereas normally with Chaos Black, kind of just leave it.
Yeah.
That's my black, and I go from there. I actually feel like I'm going to need to paint it black.
Yeah, put some black on top.
It is very not.
Yeah, I mean, I got. It must have been for Father's Day. I haven't used it yet, but I've got a brown because I wanted to base coat all of my Dead Marines, and I thought about base coating my Death Guard in brown to build up from the bone because I think that would be better than using black. But I haven't actually got around to doing that yet. So I think I may use that on my tanks and things that are in my list now.
Cool. They're
all currently shiny blue, which was very weird, having shiny blue tanks that are like got ultramarine livery on them next to my worn and battered, rusted Death Guard. So yeah, I want to get them at least sprayed over.
Fair enough.
That would be nice. But yeah, I haven't used it yet, and I think again, I feel like I'm getting to a point of some things, spray cans are great, and using the airbrush for base coating is also great, and just picking and choosing.
Yep.
So when we get into models worked on, I've come to that kind of semi-epiphany, if we will call it that, with glues.
Cool.
As well. But yeah, so 2 standard and a spray can. Anything else?
Not that I can remember buying. Oh, I bought the rulebook and that would have been this edition. This was this month, wasn't it?
I ordered mine last episode, but but we were messing about with it while we were recorded because yours were going to be delayed, so then you reordered them elsewhere.
So technically, I did buy them and then got the other ones refunded.
Yeah.
So yeah, that turned up.
Okay.
Other than that, I can't really think of anything I bought.
Yeah.
Not really. Paint? Probably. No, probably not.
Fair dude. Oh
yeah, I need to paint something. That's the other thing.
Oh, painting so much.
But yeah, let's go into models worked on then.
Can I go first?
You can indeed.
I haven't done anything. Right, next.
Oh, Neil.
I just haven't had time.
Yeah. I mean, you've been on the way.
Yep.
Couple of weeks.
You haven't prioritised time. You've had time, but you haven't prioritised time.
Nah, none of this bullshit.
No, but it's okay.
I've been like that, though. I can attest to that statement. Like, it's the summer, kids are around more. It's like, doing more. I haven't got enough time, but they do sleep. And I have had time in the evening. But
I'm the same. Like,
I just haven't bothered.
I this week
need sleep.
This week have been playing computer games rather than painting, building, or doing anything productive.
Do you know what has also distracted me from working on models is list writing for Heresy.
Oh,
which
really?
I know we're going to talk about in like our other media stuff.
Okay.
But
so let's move on to something else then. Neil, go on. If you
I was just going to say, because I've been doing that, that's almost been my hobby time.
I feel like we have very different approaches to list writing.
Yeah, well, I really have enjoyed it, but we'll again. That's the bit I want to talk about in a bit. What it has done is I have then started going, okay, I've made my lists. I'm fairly happy with them. The Death Guard kind of became a list and fit very easily. The Night Lords needed a load of backpack changes, turning like assault squads into despoilers and loads of other things. So I've been doing a load of that, ripping off backpacks, arms, adapting everything for new heresy. And then using, luckily I had, I don't know where they really came from, but I had like over 30 chaos, like chainswords and bolt pistols that work really well for the Night Lords because they've got like little bone trinkets. And so I looked at the ones that had all the chaos stars, didn't use those, but the ones that have, a bit of a more spiky look or has a tassel coming off the chainsword, like those, I was like, they work perfectly and quite generic, and just give a bit of character.
Cool.
So that allowed me to build a mix of like despoilers and assault squads and play around with the units I had to actually round out that list so it's playable. So I've done lots of that, like rip off those arms. I said about the 10 TAC Marines I've ripped off the bolters to turn into a support squad. I've just done a ton of that to make my Night Lords how I want them, I think, for the start of Heresy. Then if I want to use different units, I'll obviously buy new models and things. But utilising the most of what I've got was quite fun, and that's mainly what I've been doing. Because of that, and because of the new edition, I haven't done much towards the Space Wolves.
Fair enough.
So I got the box. They were, the Space Wolf box was to the side till the event for Heresy. Goodbye to 2.0. Then I'll dive into 40k and my Wolves. And unfortunately, because of how much I've enjoyed the list writing, I've really gone into focusing again into Heresy. It's like every time I try and get into something else, Heresy drags me back. And so I've only built 3 head takers from the box. And the 2 Space Wolf characters, so the Wolf Guard Battle Leader and the Wolf Priest. All 5 models that I've built have all had little head swaps, either between each other or from different kits, because I envisaged certain heads with certain guys. Other than that, they've all been pretty much out the box post. I haven't bothered doing any craziness to them.
Fair enough.
Because they look quite good in the poses they're in, and it was easier, to be honest.
Cool.
So yeah, but I still need to get through 20 of the kind of standard troop stuff, Bloodclaws and Grey Hunters, to then be able to really play them. Yes. And so I really do need to do that. And the only other thing I've done, which was just the other night, is I've finally rebased my Orc Wrecker Boys for Kill Team. So they're all now on 32mm bases, and the leader, the boss knob, is on a 40mm base.
Cool.
That I had laying around. So they are now done, and it felt interesting playing them today on the correct size bases.
You realise they're not as easy to squeeze as many in.
Yeah, can't hide behind a wall as
behind
much.
my walls easily.
But yeah, so it was good to get that done. That was something that really did need to be done. But it was like, well, when I get my next game booked in, I will then do it. And then all of a sudden it was like, well, let's play before recording. Which me and Sam will get to after this. And so I was like, oh, I've got like 24 hours to put them on new bases. Let's get that done. So it was like 11 p.m, like just quickly glue them on bases. So I did that.
I was sad to sleep whilst you were doing that. That's hilarious.
Oh, mate, most of my hobby time is like 9, 10 p.m. to like midnight in this last month. Like list writing, everything.
It's weird those hours do exist now. Normally you're sounder.
I was out for the count.
Do you know what? I've developed
cider sleep.
Oh my!
Yeah, I have developed my. I've got back to my like 5 or 6 hours is fine. Which is nice because I can actually utilize those hours, and then go to sleep, and then get up at like 6 and be fine. That's been nice to get back to that. I thought that those days were very past me. But as long as I don't do them like 7 days in a row, like if I do like 4 or 5 and then get like a 10-hour sleep, I'm good as gold.
Yeah.
Which has been good to kind of rediscover that, get more done.
Cool.
But yes, Sam, you seem to have done a lot.
As per usual.
I mean, it is the standard, but
it's the standard.
So I've built and fully magnetized 2 predators,
Yes, yeah, you've done sponsons and
sponsons, and main gun, and all of the options in both kits.
Ooh.
So I can take
Well done, you.
literally anything.
8 or 9 different variants.
8 or 9 different variants.
Fantastic job.
So the sponsons.
That's more than that.
So the sponsons don't need to be magnetized.
Yes.
They've got the pins that drop in and out.
Okay.
So what I did do is put a little bit of blue tack inside the gun, just to kind of create some friction.
Yeah.
And they sit perfectly fine.
Nice.
So we'll see how it goes. Worst comes to worst, what I'll probably do is I will magnetize them eventually, if need be. But at the moment, like, I have got thin enough magnets to be able to put them into the gun.
Yeah.
Because I got a couple of to magnetize arms.
Teeny
tiny magnets.
Ooh.
How loud is that? Jesus Christ. So I might magnetize them eventually. But anyway, so I built all of it, did all the variants, spray coated it black, which is pretty good. I backpacked some assault marines.
Yeah.
So I used to have 45 assault marines.
Only.
And now I have 2 squads of 10 destroyers.
No.
Despoilers?
Spoilers.
Fuck's sake. Despoilers. 2 10-man squads of despoilers, so I had to de-backpack all of those, which I was really worried because I thought I'd hit my plastic glue era by the time I got to those, but they're not. They're all the original resin Forge World Assault Marines. So they're all resin. So they all popped off really easily. Like, literally, most of them, I could just slide my thumb underneath the bottom of the backpack and just slip it off. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
So they've been de-backpacked.
So this happened because he put out in the group that he needed 20 regular, Mark IV power generators, backpacks as we like to call them. And I was like, yeah, I've got loads of those. Here you go. And then started looking at my list and was like, I want to turn my assault marines into despoilers.
You can't anyway. They've all got they're all plastic glued.
Yeah, well, so what I ended up doing is I ended up taking the bolter arms off my 20-man tac squad and built 10-man despoilers with those. And the other 10 are going to become my melter gun support squad.
Uh-huh.
And then I then found a bunch of Mark IV, Mark III guys that I had knocked around. I had a plasma vet squad that I'd barely run, things like that. So then they got arms chopped off and turned into despoilers, which then rounded out my 2 numbers, which left me with a 15-man assault squad that I was doing nothing with.
Yeah.
Which have now been repurposed. But again, we'll get to that.
So
little teases.
What it has worked out perfectly is one of the 10-man squad is the squad of tester models. Because I was running, I had 10 tester models, or 9 tester models, and the final one, which is the sergeant. And they were sat in a squad of 15. And so I had 5 guys that were just normal. So now they're on their own.
All his dark red guys are all together.
They're all together. They're just the ones that are in the shadows of the buildings.
Yes.
Rather than in direct sunlight, the rest of them. That's how it works.
Oh, sparkling marines.
Yeah, basically. So I took off a load of those. I painted up 10 Hearthkin salvagers.
Cool.
Originally, I was trying to do it for Kill Team because I played against Ben.
Yeah.
And then I finished painting them on the day of playing Ben. And I was like, oh, this is brilliant. Then realised they're not based. They're not even on bases. They're on the painting handle stick things. So literally fucking pointless. There was no way I was getting it onto bases. And I was like, I could just super glue them onto the bases and then just go back and base them properly later. But I want them to go with my Votan, so they need to be on the road and the tarmac and the snow. And I was like, fuck it, I'll just take Hazikin instead. So I built those. And then I painted up my own Carl. But I was using the Grendelson Scott Bounty Hunter model
from Necromunda.
And I took out basically made it work for Votan.
A Carl.
For Carl. So yeah, I painted quite a lot. I've also gone through my potential 2 to 3K list, and then pulled those models out of the Alpha Legion.
Okay.
That are going to become Blood Angels. And then I've started to pull out the Alpha Legion from the box, the ones that are going to become Blood Angels, so some Rhinos, Kratos, that kind of thing. So I've started taking off the Alpha Legion stuff, getting them ready to prime. I've got a 15-man assault squad, 15-man tac squad that come from Alpha Legion. However, they are precariously glued to the. What I think actually happened is I did the bases with PVA and sand and whatnot, and then I glued the models to the bases, so they're actually on the PVA and not on the plastic. And I think some of them have started coming away because the PVA is obviously degraded over time. So what I'm going to do before I go and repaint those, I'm actually going to take them all off the bases, scrape all the bases off, and then rebase them.
Okay.
And start again from them basically.
Fair enough.
But yeah, it's good fun.
Cool.
So, other media discussions then. So as this kind of is our books, online inspiration, gaming in terms of like video gaming, related to Games Workshop, this is where we've kind of decided to talk about list stuff as well, because it's not really models worked on.
No.
Just to kind of rationalise our thinking there. I would like... Well, I have lists to share.
Let's start.
But I didn't know if we
with
want to
the
start.
approach. Let's start with the approach we've taken. And what we've done, without going into like I've taken this, and this, because actually that's the matter. More like how you've gotten to that point.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So I think it's very different ways. I think we should start with Neil.
Okay. So, I'll start with my listening, and then we'll go on to the list building afterwards. So I've finished off Knights of McCrag,
Oh yes, cool.
and I've got 12 minutes left of Gate of Bone.
Oh, what did you think?
Gate of Bones.
Yeah.
Right, I apologise now, but fuck me, is it religious?
It's pretty up there.
Oh my god,
They are on a shrine world.
It's so, but they're also very witch huntery as well.
Yeah,
It's
really good.
They're zealous, I suppose.
that is the sisters.
So that was the whole basis for the idea of my zealot Imperial Guard.
Oh, really?
Side.
That's where it came from.
Yeah. So it's gonna fuck me. It's gonna be great.
My god, it's. I literally at one point when I was driving home from work, I was like, I'm actually gonna have to stop listening to this because it's winding me up.
Oh, okay.
It was that sort
just
of
mental case stuff.
I was just like,
well, you've got 10 minutes left. What have you got to? What are they doing right now?
So they have won.
Okay, cool.
They've won, and they're deciding whether the Mordians are going to go with the Crusade or not, and all that jazz.
Have they done the parade yet?
They've been through. They've laid Marcus,
the
custody.
Yeah, so they've done the parade where they were lighting traitors on fire.
Yes.
Yeah.
So they basically get the young girls that are orphans.
Yeah.
And they induct them into the sisterhood, and they get them to go ahead of the procession, throwing promethium upon the traitors.
Okay.
With these brightly coloured buckets.
Yeah, like woohoo, yeah, flowers and lights.
That's pretty much it. And then a couple of sisters follow up behind and just go, kaboosh.
Yeah.
And
they bury a custode on the planet.
Yeah.
Yes, I've heard of this.
Why are we venerating this custode? He's not part of the religious cult.
Yeah.
And they're like, they need this man.
Yeah.
Like
it's pretty much.
Yeah, it is. It is fucking weird.
It's kind of medieval Catholic creating saints.
Yes.
And lots of kind of crazy stuff like that.
It's so far it's been the first one that I've listened to that I've just been going, oh my good grief, this is.
I like it though. I liked it because they are not a backwater world, but they are far away from the Imperium. Yeah. It was effectively they were just left to get on with it, and they've created like super religion there.
Oh wow!
Like I thought it was really interesting.
Well, it's that, and it's also the fact that the sisters are so kind of like this God Emperor, the God Emperor.
Yeah.
And it's the torture bit as well.
Yeah.
Oh
it's
yeah.
Like, holy crap!
Yeah, they are.
Is it them torturing others or torturing themselves?
Torturing others.
Okay.
To get them to reveal secrets.
They're purifying them.
Yes,
they're dark angels.
Yeah.
I guess so.
It was very sort of.
Tell me where the fallen are.
Effectively, it was just like.
I loved the book.
Yeah, okay.
Again, it was fucking dark.
Oh yeah.
But it was. I loved it.
It highlights.
I saw a animation of I think that parade or something based on that. So there's like this parade coming through this giant church, and I think they've got like a casket or something, and there are a bunch of sisters and things, and they're like, oh look, they're parading. Oh, isn't this wonderful? It's like a guy reacting to it on YouTube, and then like zooms in, and there's like the sisters that are like got blades taped to their arms and are all like just wrapped in cloth and oaths, and they're like dancing about and doing backflips while cutting apart traitors, like on the crosses basically. And he's like, oh, this isn't a nice parade. It's really funny. It's really, really funny. And that's what came to my mind when you were describing the parade.
Did you like the book? Apart from the religious part.
It was enjoyable, yes.
Yeah.
It obviously, once I finish it, I can then...
And a book that makes you feel like you want to stop because you want to punch something is probably quite a good book.
Yeah.
It was just so... It's like,
Yeah.
oh my God.
What about the nights part? The night parts? Where?
Yeah. It was almost one of those things where it's like, oh dear.
Yeah.
Whoops.
It went wrong, and then it went really wrong.
It goes wrong, and it's just like,
I like that this book is selling at the moment. I think
Yeah.
you're making me go, I want to read this.
As part of the new lore,
Yeah.
it really captures how far down the rabbit hole the Imperium, or some worlds in the Imperium, have gone.
It's kind of fallen, really.
Yeah, and it's the precursor to Wolf Time. Is that the next one you're reading, Wolf Time?
whatever the list is, basically.
Yeah. So Wolf Time, they go to Fenris to figure out, because the Space Wolves are the last ones.
Is this what to do with the Primaris guys?
No, so the Space Wolves are the last ones to interact with the Bone World.
Oh.
So they go to them.
Oh, no.
Well, no, because the Bone World go and attack Fenris. And
Okay, that's not
they're
gonna
like,
go well.
They're like, how did you deal with this? They're like, well, they came as friends. Like,
No, so the next one I've got is Watchers of the Throne, The Regent's Shadow, according to this list.
Yeah.
Because you gave us the updated one.
Yeah. Maybe I'm
Wolf Time is 2 away from that.
Oh, really? Okay.
But yeah,
Wolf Time was pretty good. I actually potentially would suggest watching doing Wolf Time next, only because it literally is them going. You're not going with them anymore. You're
From
going over
this
there.
book. Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it might be work, because the end of this is Gilliman turning up, right?
yes.
Because they're trying to take out the Bone Cannon.
Yes, yeah.
Sorry, I don't want to spoil the book.
You
but,
kind of just did that.
Well, no, I mean the bone weapon. It's not just a cannon. It's a super weapon.
It's
So they're trying to take this out before Gulliman gets there.
Oh, right.
Okay, cool. Anyway,
Yeah.
carry on.
but I'm gonna try and slow down. I have no idea what I can see in your garden. It's really,
Is it a cat?
I don't know.
It might be the. Can you see one of the ornaments?
That's
that are
one of the
laid out?
ornaments. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a cat. If it's that ornament.
Okay,
Yeah,
fair
it
enough.
is.
It is a cat then.
It's
Yes.
a cartoon cat.
I am going to slow up a little bit with listening to books again, just because I seem to have spammed a lot.
Yeah. Okay.
So I'm going to slow down a little bit again.
Yeah.
Moving on to list building for heresy. My brain really, really struggled with this. And I decided to start working on the spreadsheet to actually...
So rather than list building, you thought, I'm going to build a spreadsheet to
so
help
that
me.
I can then go, right, okay, I can select this,
Yeah.
and then this will then allow me to do this.
You know, New Recruit exists.
Yeah, but it wasn't.
I at the early stage, probably a month ago, even. Like,
It wasn't-
It was nowhere near good enough. It's still not perfect.
Yeah, I play from it.
Yeah, you're also known for taking things that you shouldn't do.
No, none of that.
But yeah, I having a look at doing sort of like specialised sort of things, like for instance, selecting 0 to 1 of this unit unlocks this drop down list.
So, are you actually moving away from doing a 30k list instead of just building a list writer app?
Kind of, yeah.
Kind of, but also to then help me build lists.
Yeah.
You know, paper exists, right?
It's wasteful.
Yeah, no, I genuinely have found that writing it out in like Google Docs very plainly was what helped me. I also find that actually getting used to the new way of doing lists isn't necessarily, I'll watch a bunch of videos, but is talk to someone who has built a list and not doing it in isolation. like talking to the guys on the Hangouts has been really useful. Chatting with obviously like Sam. We had a Tuesday night where we gathered together. Simon couldn't quite understand something, so I was like, "Oh, this is how this works," and then I think he started to get the hang of it from that.
Okay.
So yeah, I just think doing it in isolation is really, really hard.
Cool.
Whereas being able to talk it through has been quite useful for me.
Fair enough.
I'm a doer.
Mm.
So I actually really struggled to start with writing lists, and I kept trying to write 3K lists from the start.
Yeah.
And just really struggled. It literally just became I got this, and I kept finding myself just starting to create my 2.0 list in 3.0. And I always, when I started it, I was like, I don't want to just remake the list. I want to look at what's good. I want to look at what runs and look at what works, and then build a list from there, and then just figure it out.
Yeah.
So I basically was just at an end with it. And then I organised a game with James.
Yes.
And then we agreed we were going to play like 1K or 1.5, one of the two.
I think it was 1,500.
I think it was 1,500. And I wrote a 1,500 point list.
Cool.
And then I played the game, and then I was like, oh, actually, this kind of sucked, or I didn't have this, or I struggled with that, or I didn't like the way that unit worked. And then I wrote a 2K list, and then played Matt with 2K.
1,500.
Maybe I played James 1,000 then.
Yeah, maybe.
Anyway,
or you play me with 2K and I had 1,500.
No, it would explain. It would
make me feel better.
It would explain the whooping you got. So basically, I think it was 1,000 with James, and then 1,500 with Matt, and then basically what I found now is knowing what to take in a list has become way easier, and like knowing more how things work. Like I was getting really confused with like Vanguard and Line, and having to basically just pore over the books to figure out what the fuck stuff does before I can put it in. And actually, now that I've played a couple of games, what it has helped me with is going, this is what I struggled with. Therefore, my next iteration of my list needs to include something to deal with that.
Something to do that, yeah.
Yeah. So, and actually just move away from trying to write a 3K list and just play a game with 1,000 points or play a game with 2,000 points, and then learn as to what things do. Like, because I just think trying to just go into a 3K is basically because that's the size of the game we used to play.
Yeah.
Like, there's no real reason for it to be 3K, and realistically, your first game should not be a 3,000 point game.
Yeah.
So you might as well just take what you got, try some shit out, and then figure out what you like and what you don't like.
I'm sure it says in the rulebook somewhere that this is designed for X amount of points, and it's not 3,000 points. I think it's somewhere in the region of like 2,000 or something. I might have got that wrong.
There is a little thing because you get different reaction points due to the points level. But I want to say that's 1,000, 2,000, 3,000. But I could be wrong.
Yeah, I thought it was 0 to 2,000.
Maybe something like that.
Anyway, so I found it really hard to write lists because it just nothing made sense, and I've posted an infographic that I stole from Reddit in the Discord, which basically shows what things unlock.
Yeah.
Because that was one thing I really struggled with, was knowing what unlocked, and because in New Recruit, because like I'm not using paper, I haven't got my books with me all the time, so I've been using New Recruit, but in New Recruit you can't see things. So like I don't know what detachment I need to take dreadnoughts.
Yeah.
For example, without this one pager, this cheat sheet thing. So that's what at the moment I'm struggling with the most, is to, if I go, actually I probably want to take some contemptors, or someone asks what one do I need to take for contemptors? I don't know. It doesn't really make sense. Not really. War engines.
War engine. I mean, I haven't found list building very difficult.
But you've been list building with books. Open in front of you.
No. So I've been doing it from my phone by Google searching heresy detachments and going to images, and someone's got a picture of all the different ones.
The ones that I shared in Discord?
No, because that's got all the arrows and stuff that connect it.
Right.
It's just a picture of the detachments, like
Okay.
straight out the rulebook.
Okay.
Because
You don't have the rulebook, do you?
no.
Okay.
So I found it really.
You need to buy the rulebook.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's on the list. But I haven't found the list building difficult in the sense of making lists. I found it interesting to play our game, and then, as you've said, adapt those lists to be a bit more functional in this edition.
I think it's knowing what you think you want to work what way, and then actually going to try that out and being like, "Oh, it doesn't work." Or,
Yeah.
like we'll talk about our game when we get to our game.
Yeah.
I think that's what I learned in my 1,000 points with James was, oh, this is kind of good, but actually I lacked speed or I lacked anti-armor. All right, well then the next one, let's put some Preds in. Let's take the Preds, let's deal with that and go, right. And then from that one, I know, and from the way your missile launches, in my 3K,
Oh yeah,
I'm taking missile launches. And I'm taking a Kratos because I know I don't have any much anti-armor, so I need to take a Kratos to do that, and I need to take some additional troops and stuff. And yeah, so it's kind of iterative. For me, I found iterative list writing easier than just going like, write me a 3,000 point list.
Yeah,
Okay.
whereas I've come from it of going, I started with a Death Guard, and I went, this is what I've got. It's all very generic units. It's tactical squads. It's heavy support squads. So I'm going to just point all that up. And then from what I've been gleaning online and talking to people, tanks are pretty good. I've got a bunch of tanks unused. What would I like to bring? Actually, some Predators would be good. A couple of Rhinos for transport. A Land Raider for a Terminator squad would be good. So I just kind of chucked all that in and then kind of cobbled together a 3K list. My plan is now, as I play these smaller than 3K points, my list is slightly adapting due to what I, again, feel like I need or lack. But yeah, I haven't found it that difficult once I just poured over it a little bit. And the only way I can describe it is once I got into my head, this character gives me this, so I can put that in. And that just so you just did one thing at a time, and then you looked at your list and went, does that look good or does that not? Because then it always fits in the boxes.
I've gone the other way. I've gone, I want X, therefore what do I need to get it?
Yeah, but either way, I think is all linchpin around the HQs, right?
Well, yeah, you need to because you can't. Annoyingly, I get what they've done here, and I don't dislike it, but unless you have that chart in front of you of what can unlock what, or what's in what, then I find it's not intuitive as it was before, where you'd go, oh, I could just take the fuck I like, and as long as I don't take more than 6 troops, I know I'm okay. If I don't take more than 2 elites, I know I'm fine.
Yeah,
like I find it what it has done is it's made you need the books. It's made you need to have the books there to know what stuff it is. For now, like we're only a month into the edition, right? But you need to have the books in front of you.
Yeah, and I think I just kind of went, okay, I can get this many detachments. What units fit in what detachment? Put them in, and then be like, oh, well, I really want to get that 10-man missile squad in. But actually, I haven't got any detachments left to put them in that they fit in.
So have you
so
just
I'm
remade
now going to
your
need to do
2.0 list?
My Death Guard, well, no, because I've introduced tanks.
Right.
But in terms of units, almost yes.
Yeah.
Because it's tactical squads and heavy support squads.
Right.
So I just repointed them.
But your 2.0 list was 3K, right?
Yeah.
So what did your 3K list translate into?
Basically, I don't know the points level because I didn't look at that at the time. But basically, my 3K list is -1 unit and +7 tanks.
Jesus, that's cheap.
Is 3K.
Cheap.
Yeah, because tactical squads, heavy support squads are expensive because of the types of guns they carry.
Yeah.
But I've only got 3 of them, and tac squads are still cheap. Rhinos are cheap. Like a lot. Like I'm bringing 2 fairly cheap characters that give me a lot of detachments. Like, which is how my Death Guard ran in 2.0, to be honest. Yeah. So it translated across fairly well because I had a bunch of tanks lying around that I wanted to put in.
Yeah.
My Night Lords I found way harder.
Mm-hmm.
Really, really, because I had almost so many options that I really didn't know what way to take it. And I'd get halfway through a list and be like, but this doesn't work. And this is where I would agree with you in terms of trying to build a 3K list from scratch is quite a mind boggle. because I was like, I want Kurz in there. That's one of my biggest loves of Night Lords. So I'll start with a Primarch. Instantly big prices. But he unlocks a benefit to troop choices, but they have to be Terror squads and Assault squads. So I went, okay, well, I'll do that then. I have them all anyway. Pointed them up. But then that was like 1,500 points of my points. And I was like, actually, this is a bit of a... I've trapped myself into a list that doesn't really work.
Yeah.
That rule is there for like 4K, 5K, big games, because you're spending so many points on jacked up elite units. So I had to kind of step back from that and be like, although I get that bonus if I bring Kurz, maybe I shouldn't bring that.
Yeah.
And that's what then unlocked more possibility with the Night Lords. But they're a bit untested and I haven't played them yet. And so we'll see if that changes much. But I've really enjoyed the list building process. I found it really interesting. I like it's almost a bit puzzly where like I want to get, like you say, I want to get a Contemptor in. How do I fit that in?
I feel at the moment a couple of things. That 3.0 is more about collections than
100%, yeah.
Because the fact that you pick your mission, then you build your list.
Technically, yes.
Like technically, so it is about collections. Going, oh, okay, I'm bringing this. I'll bring more Contemptors or whatever. What I haven't kind of gotten into too much yet is the Legion specific like list fuckery.
Like the well, they just give you an extra detachment, most of them.
Yeah, but like so all I really know is that I get the +1 strength on the turn I charge. Like that's the only kind of Legion specific thing I've looked at.
Oh yeah, but that's probably so the way it works for the Legions is you get a Legion rule.
Yep.
Then you've got like a Legion Gambit.
So I haven't looked at the Gambit.
Yeah, and you get most have like a prime advantage.
Haven't looked at
that you can give, but they're all very simple.
Yeah.
And then there's normally a detachment that can be unlocked either by a Praetor High Command or a command, depending on the Legion.
I haven't looked at that yet.
And often they're things. So the Night Lords one, for example, I have one that I can take, but it has to be, the troops have to be Terror Squad, and is it First Strike units or whatever they call them, the fast attack basically, has to be Raptors. Like, and that's the... So it's a way of getting those things into a list easily.
Yeah.
But you are restricted to using those units. So it's a bit like that. The Death Guard one, if I remember, is like one support unit, one heavy transport, and one Terminator unit, like a heavy assault or whatever they call it.
Right.
So I've got my Tartarus, my Land Raider, and a heavy support squad in that.
I've noticed that there's not as much like I would have thought there'd be more list sharing going on.
Yeah,
like on like
much,
Reddit and stuff. I haven't seen anyone be like, right, this is my 30k Blood Angel list. What do we think?
Genuinely think it's definitely happening, but I genuinely think no one's got quite a nice way of showing them yet.
No, because it's like new recruit is like crazy.
Like, I think genuinely typing it out on Google Docs and having a very easy, simple breakdown like I do my lists is the easiest way.
It's too manual. It's too manual. I'm too lazy for that shit.
Yeah. But what I mean is it's very easy. So I've got like I've got a Praetor in my Death Guard list.
Yeah.
So I've got Tartarus, Praetor, Chain Fist, unlocked one Apex / auxiliary detachment, like in brackets underneath, because that tells me he unlocks an auxiliary or whatever. Yeah. And then at the end of the primary, the Crusade detachment.
Why is that information important? Just for your list writing or for the opponent?
For my brain.
Right, okay.
So it's like, okay, I can look very quickly at my command slots and go, right, I've got 4 detachments. Yeah. And then I go down and all my detachments are numbered. Yeah. So it's auxiliary 1, auxiliary 2, auxiliary... So I know I haven't gone over the detachments I'm allowed because I've got it listed higher up.
See, I'm just leading on new recruit for that. Like new recruit counts all your attachments, what you can have, what you can't have. Like I'm like, I get why writing them out, and I know you used to write all your lists out on paper.
Yeah.
So I get why you default back to that. Like, but for me, the ease of being able to go, does that attachment have it? Does that not have it? I won't do that. Right, what can I actually have in this dude? Right, I can have that. That unlocks that. Actually, no, let's go back. Let's do something else. Get rid of that and start again. Like, I think for me, like, it's easier for me to write lists. The the showing of those lists, I've just taken to putting them into a notebook and then editing all the shit out.
Yeah.
So I normally take away all the gumph at the top, and then what it's chosen to do at the moment is you might have a 1 sergeant, 9-man tack squad.
Yeah.
If you add a Vexilla to that, it would then be
It
1
separates,
sergeant,
yeah.
1 sergeant, 8 guys, one guy with a
Vexilla.
Vexilla. And it does that for everything. So if you
Pretty
go,
much everything, yeah.
if you go, I'm gonna have a Vexilla. All right, that's 1 guy. I'm like, oh, actually, I can have a 1 heavy weapon for every 5 guys.
Yeah, yeah,
right,
yeah.
1 heavy weapon, 1 heavy weapon. All of a sudden, you've got
Yeah.
like 4 dudes, 1 sergeant, 1 guy with Vexilla, 1 guy.
Which again is why I've written it out.
Which makes it so complicated. So all I've basically done is when I've put it into this notebook is I've just removed it when it's hit that 1 guy and just had Vexilla, melter gun, and basically just taken away all the
That's
extra
how mine
bullshit.
is. Mine's 15-man assault squad,
Yeah.
sergeant with twin claws, 3 power swords, melter bomb,
Yeah,
just listed underneath.
yeah.
It's like so simple.
Yeah.
And
Apart
I've
from the
found that.
writing it up isn't as simple.
What do you mean?
We have to physically write all that out.
Oh yeah, it's not. It doesn't take long.
Radio button.
Yeah, it doesn't take long. I basically wrote out like a lot, like almost a template, and then copy and pasted it for each detachment.
Yeah.
So like my armored support had like tank. So I had 4 tanks, and then once I finished my list, if I didn't have a slot written in, I just deleted it out.
Are you finding you're filling detachments?
No, not all. Well, a mix.
Yeah.
I've got some that are like full, and some that are like I brought to bring 2 units that I want,
Yeah.
even though I can take 6.
Yeah.
But I would say also in terms of list writing for Heresy, the prime advantages are massive because that's how you can squeeze extra units into detachments.
Yeah.
So the logistical benefit is a bonus you can give to a prime unit,
Yeah.
and that allows you to get your single contemptor in,
Yeah.
and it just slots into whatever detachment that prime unit is in.
Yeah.
And that's a great way of just utilizing. So that's how I got a Land Raider into my Death Guard originally, before I realized there was a Death Guard only one that allows me to bring one. Because I was like, I'm not going to bring the heavy transport one that allows me to bring like 3 Rhinos and 3 Land Raiders for 1 Land Raider.
Yeah.
Whereas I can just bolt that into a dude. So it's those little tiny intricacies that I think really make a difference. Once you've got them down, list building is a breeze.
I don't think we should read our lists out.
No, it's certainly
I think
not
it's
our
gonna be-
Heresy
I think
list.
it's going to be way too complicated.
Yeah.
But I will say, if you're interested in getting some assistance or getting feedback or asking what our lists are, then join our Discord. We're quite actively I'm certainly actively sharing my lists in Discord and asking for feedback. So that's a great place to go and look at it.
Yeah.
We'll talk about our list probably when we talk about games, and then we can talk about what we liked,
brought.
what we didn't like. and stuff
That's
like
a good idea. The only list I would like to share is my new Space Wolf list coming out of
40K.
the Codex for 40k, because that's much easier to talk about. So I have 1,000 points that I'm going to start with, and then I'm going to build to 2,000, but I'm just going to share the 1,000 for now. I have almost everything for the 2k, which is nice. But my 1,000 points is Ragnar Blackmane, carrying forward from my old collection. 2 squads of Bloodclaws, which I'm using my original Assault Intercessors and the new Bloodclaws from the box.
that.
And I'm going to mix them both, so there's a bit of Wolfie in both. And that should be pretty easy to do. My Desolation squad for some anti-armor. 3 Inceptors, which are the jump pack guys with 2 heavy bolts that can deep strike. They're pretty good for backfield grabbing and stuff. My Storm Speeder Thunderstrike, which is another anti-armor unit. 3 Wolfguard Head Takers, which will go with Ragnar, because with Ragnar they can advance and charge, which makes them very fast and kind of scary. And then 5 Wolfen, just for fun. Which again, I have those models, so they're ready to go straight away. So once I've built my 20 men from the box, I can play straight away. It's a very basic list. I think it will struggle against like people who know what they're doing.
Yeah.
But a basic level of 40k that I'm at right now, I'm looking forward to bringing it's like a strong mix of a lot of wolf units, like Wolven, the Head Takers, Bloodclaws, Ragnar, with a couple of Space Marine units that kind of fill in the gaps, like anti-armor and a bit of deep strike for board control.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll see how that goes. I'm hoping to get that list playing very soon, and sharing those games on the podcast.
Cool.
But yeah, cool. Shall we move into game highlights? I think that's everything about lists.
Yep.
Yeah.
So just on list, one final little thing actually. Have you got anywhere with building a list for the Sallies?
Nope.
No?
Nope.
I know I robbed your Hereticus, so I know you haven't looked at the Emperor's Children
no,
yet.
I literally went into, let's try building this spreadsheet so it might help me, and got very bogged down in if statements.
Unlike you now.
Mm.
Cool. So game highlights. I have 2 games to talk about, one 30k game and one Kill Team game. How do you want to do it, Sam? Because obviously both those games I played you. So do you want to do all the Heresy stuff? Because you've had more games than I have in both areas.
Yeah, I think let's start with Heresy. I'll start with my game against James, because it's kind of iterative. So I played James. I played James. I want to say it was 1,000 points. I probably should have made notes. Probably would have helped with this.
Yeah. What happened to your AI generated cool story mode that was going on?
They brought out a new edition, and that was 40k. And I haven't had a game of 40k.
No, that's true.
Where's my game against James? Where is it?
I still need you to show me how to do that.
I definitely didn't use ChatGPT to do one of the sections on this.
That's fine. So James brought a Terminator squad. He brought a Praetor jump pack, a Sakaran standard Sakaran, if it was, dual cannons.
The auto
cannons.
accelerator cannons or whatever they're called.
Yeah, sure. He brought a Flame of Pred.
Yes.
He brought a couple of destroyer squads, a couple of attack squads in Rhino. Sorry, moving away from the microphone doesn't help. And yeah, I brought. Oh, that's a good list because that's got all of it. I brought a 10-man despoiler squad.
Yes.
A 3, 6, 9, 12. I brought a 15-man assault squad. A Vindicator and a Leviathan. And also, you say that, we'll get to that. And then I also brought my Angel's Tears.
Yes.
And kept them into reserve. So game went well. I believe overall I won, which is always good to say against James that I won. But it was his second game of Heresy, and I feel like he was going easy on me.
Yeah.
So what did I learn from the game? Leviathans are shit. Not shit. I shouldn't say that. They've only got 8 wounds.
Yes, yeah.
And it took a James also had a Vindicator, the laser cannon one.
Laser destroyer.
Yeah, so it took a laser destroyer to the chest.
Yeah.
Put it down to 1 wound. And then I got 1 shot with them. So the way that I run them, I've got a Magna Cannon and a Claw. Magna Cannons are like 12-inch range.
Yeah, it's a melter short range. Isn't it?
Yeah. So super duper close.
Yes.
The distance between my deployment zone and his face was more than 12 inches.
Yeah.
So I spent a turn
Stick him
running
in a
up.
pod.
Yeah. So I run him up, got shot in the chest with a laser destroyer. Took me down to 1 wound. He thankfully moved some guys closer to me on my next turn. I shot them, and then the Leviathan died.
Yeah.
So that was like 300 odd points.
That's a lot of points. Yeah.
Did fuck all.
Which is what my WoW at like 1,000 points to bring like a 300 point unit is kind of crazy.
Yeah, you say that. Everything else is quite cheap.
That's true.
So I think, all right, it was poor show. I don't understand how I can take a Leviathan and play it aggressively without taking in a pod.
Yeah, I don't think you can.
So I think either it needs to be in a pod or it needs to be backlines, home objective. Come at me with a home objective. I'll shoot you in the face with a magma cannon.
There's a lot of points for that.
It's 300 something points. Just stand there, do nothing.
My feelings of Dreadnoughts in general is they take a much more support role now.
Yeah.
And actually, I think you're going to see a lot more gun dreads.
Yeah.
Because shooting is still very good, particularly like status putting on vehicles. And I think, the dual arm gun contemptors, and I think
which I got lots of.
A 2 storm cannon Leviathan, I think, was still probably pretty good.
Yeah.
But they're not as survivable. They're not as scary. And they're kind of like a utility unit rather than this is my aggressive.
I'm also pretty sure I rolled like 4 1s.
Oh,
might
you
say.
said
I
me
mean, it
then.
doesn't help.
You did a me then.
I was going to say, that's not
but it
like
was,
you.
but it was an in-run save as well because of the. Anyway, like it basically did really shit. Next up unit to talk about was the Angel's Tears.
Yes.
Angel's Tears, destroyers, deep strike with jump packs. Deep strike's amazing in this edition. You can only bring one unit in a turn, but you don't scatter.
Yeah, there's no scat now. You just appear
you roll,
like
you roll.
2 inches away.
You
go,
roll. It's
hey.
a free up. Everybody rolls. It's 3 up, and then you get to pick who comes in. So if you've got 5 units, you can roll all of them, and then make the decision. Then you don't have to roll that one.
Yeah, which is kind of cool actually, because you go right. I've got 5 units, which you would never have because it's a 4-turn game. But anyway,
That's a very good point. Actually,
at least currently.
yeah,
Currently. I think there are ways around it coming.
Yeah, I would assume so.
But yeah, if you have say 3 units, you have 3 units and you roll for them all, and then 2 get in and 1 doesn't. You can go, well, this one's my troop killer. This one's got Vanguard, whatever. That's the one I need this turn, so I get to choose that. Like It's got more versatility, and it feels more general in the sky, organising forces. Like you're playing that role, rather than just moving models on a board.
And as someone that heavily used Deep Strike in the last edition, it's just so much fucking easier. Like you roll your dice. Oh, I got a 3. It's coming in.
Yeah,
Brilliant.
no disorder.
Here it goes. I just have to put everyone within 6 inches of the first guy. That's pretty easy.
Job done.
Don't be a bellend
and not
put it in
within
the
an
wrong place.
inch of the enemy.
Yeah, just don't be a bellend, and you can get most people in.
Yeah.
And so it was Deep Strike in them very good. They've got Volkite. They have 2 Volkite pistols. Each pistol has 2 shot each. So all of a sudden I'm doing 40 shots with a 10-man squad.
36 because you got 2 grenade launchers.
Now I do. In the game against James,
right.
I didn't. So it was 40 shots against James. I've now swapped out to put 2 grenade launchers in there, which take down the toughness.
Yeah, they're horrible. So they're rad grenade launchers.
Yeah.
So they drop the toughness for the rest of the game. And so if you shoot them first, you do the wounds. They then drop to toughness 3 if you're shooting Marines.
Yeah.
And then you're wounding on 2s with your strength 5 Volkite pistols rather than wounding on 3s.
Layers.
Surely you're shooting at the same time.
No, you make firing. What are they? I can't remember what they call it, but it's like
Protocols.
pools? Pools maybe. But basically, you go right. Like here are my grenade launchers. Here are my Volkites. I'm shooting my grenades first. You will then save against my grenades, and then I will do the Volkites.
That just sounds very, very, very gamey.
It's simpler. You're not going right. I've got 20 white dice and 6 yellow dice. They represent the grenade launchers.
They've done it so it mirrors the initiative step.
I will also say this could be nonsense and we missed something in the rules, but that's how we when we played. That's how we did.
Because it sounds very much like I don't know.
It sounds tactical to me rather than gamey. I know what you're saying.
Unit,
it sounds very sort of like I would understand it if it was this turn.
Yeah.
The Volkite won't benefit from it when everything's shooting at it. So you shoot your grenades, you shoot your Volkite at it. The Volkite can't benefit from it this turn. But going forwards, yes, they can.
That could be how it's supposed to be done as well. Like these are those little pernickety rules that we may have not got to yet.
Yeah. So if you have a correction, that's fine. But send me a page number. If you don't send me a page number, you're fucking wrong. So I've now taken the grenade launchers because I didn't do it originally. And actually, their job that I see is to drop down near a troop choice on because they're Vanguard, a troop choice on a objective, blow the troop choice away, get your Vanguard points, and then do one.
Well, yeah, or die.
Or die. Mainly die, probably.
There is a lot of earn your points and then let it die.
Yeah.
Which, to be fair, was the previous edition as well.
Yeah.
But you definitely notice it in this edition. It's like, right, it's done its job.
Yeah.
It can go now.
What also helped me in the game against James is the fact that his Sakaran did absolutely fuck all the entire game. He just missed so much.
Fair enough.
I feel his pain when we get to our game.
Assaults. So I did an assault. You now have a setup move, which is your initiative plus.
No, it's just your initiative.
Initiative on a table. It's not your initiative.
Yes, yeah.
So you get a setup move. So you get a pre-move. And then you get to roll your 1 dice to see if
one dice for charging now. So basically, if you're in the bracket of initiative 1 to 4, you get a 2-inch setup move, And that's not me saying that's what it is. I'm just explaining an
Okay,
example.
right.
So you get a 2-inch move. This is in the pre-charge range, if you want to call it that. So you'd move 2 inches, and then you roll 1d6 for your charge distance.
And add your initiative to it.
But if you can do a setup move into combat, they then cannot overwatch you. So setup moves are really key.
So ideally, you need to be able to position yourself close enough.
Yep.
To then be able to do this.
Your 3-inch.
So that's
or
why
whatever.
reactions to move away from things when they move towards you is really important.
Right.
So what a lot of people have been doing, and I think James has talked about this in the Discord quite a lot, is your line unit on an objective. If a Vanguard unit is moving closer to you, you react off of the objective because they only get Vanguard points if they kill you on an objective.
Yeah,
So you just go, I'm going to move away. You can still assault me and kill me, but you're not earning any victory points.
Yeah.
You're just killing a line unit, which still helps you, but
Yeah.
hinders the whole Vanguard thing.
Yeah.
And so, movement and mobility in this edition is like insanely important.
Yeah. So what I learned from the game against James is don't take Leviathans. In that smaller game, don't take Leviathans.
Put them in a pod.
And then I lacked anti-armor.
Yeah.
And I lacked line. Because I only had one line.
Yeah, line is
I
insane.
had a 10-man attack squad, so I had a one-line troop. So it was not very good.
It's cool that line has become so important.
Yeah, 100%.
Because it means you want 2 or 3 standard guys. You want tat squads, you want despoilers, you want the things that give you line. Breaches, I think they're slightly worse, but they do have line.
My Crimson Paladins are line 1,
whereas
whereas tat squads are line 2. So so when you score, you get the objective points, so say 2 points, 4 points, whatever, and then you get your line points on top of that.
On top of that.
So is it a case of
everyone can score the base level?
So for argument's sake, you've got your tactical squad. Is that 2 points or is that 2 points per model?
No.
So
it's not about
the squad are 2 points.
Yeah.
Right.
So if you're on an objective that's worth 3 victory points,
It's not like 40k.
You then will score 5 points because you've got a line 2 unit on it.
So it was a good game, a really good learning game. Small points. I learned what I liked. The list I took was very similar to what I had before. Everything I had was painted. I took a 10-man attack squad that I already had painted up anyway, and the Rhino, etc. So it was good. It was a good game. It was good to learn, and I left it knowing what I liked to run, what was good at running, and what actually kind of was situational in that, and didn't really work for me. So then the next game I played Matt.
Yes, which was like a weekish gap between you playing James.
Yeah, something like that probably.
Which I think really helped because I needed walking through this.
Yeah.
Like I had not touched it. I hadn't watched any real battle reports online. I've been gleaning on rules and things. Like I knew like how Line and Vanguard worked, but I hadn't touched the game at all and really looked into what does a turn look like? How do you score? What's deployment like anything.
Yeah.
So having someone who had played a game was really, really useful. We weren't like blind leading the blind. So yes, thank you very much for doing that because you literally carried me through that game.
One thing I learned from the game against James was my named character was kind of pointless.
Zephon.
Yeah, like does not earn his points back whatsoever. So I don't take him anymore. So our game, I ran a very
Bless you.
So I ran a very similar list. So I had a Praetor, a Master of Signals, a 15-man attack squad, a Despoiler squad, and a Assault squad, and a Rhino for the Despoiler squad to go into. I had 2 Predators, one with a Magna Melter, one with a Flamestorm cannon, and then I had 10 Angel's Tears.
Yes.
This
was 1,500 points.
1,500 points. What did you bring?
So I had a Delegate. No, it used to be a Delegate. A Centurion in a Rhino with 10 Tactical Marines.
Yep.
He will be running with Breaches, but I have not yet built that squad.
Yep.
So I just brought 10 tacs. A 20-man Tactical squad. And then I had a 10-man Missile squad, a 10-man Volcat Culverin squad. 2 Predators with Predator Cannon and Las Cannon sponsons.
Yep.
And a third...
They might as well not have bought the Las Cannon sponsons.
Yeah. And a third Predator with a heavy conversion beam cannon, or beamer, whatever it's called, and 2 las cannon Swansons. Because that's how my Preds are built. So I just brought them as built and thought there's a bit of anti-armor as well. And I believe that was the list.
Yeah.
I only had 1 Rhino, I believe. Yeah.
So, I scored quite a lot in the first term. So I got 2.
You went second.
I went second.
So I moved up onto an objective and scored that with my 10-man tat squad and delegatus. They got out the Rhino and scored.
Because now you can move full charge of the Rhino, get out, you set up.
Yeah, this is mental. A Rhino can move 12 and then you get out of it.
Okay.
And you can technically charge from it, but you get no setup move because it's not an assault vehicle.
Yeah.
But anyway, they're little tiny. It was just crazy going. Actually, I can move this thing 12 and get out and still do anything I wanted to. It's like, whoa, this is kind of
fire heavy weapons.
You can get across the board. Yeah, well, unless you're Death Guard.
Unless you're Death Guard.
Which was quite nice. But yeah, so they jumped up and scored because you score the primary objectives like every turn.
Right.
So I was like, right, I'm going to get up there and score before he then puts something there to deny me or whatever else. Probably overzealous in hindsight.
Way too close to the assaulting army.
Yeah, I just stuck them right in front of like 2 Predators who just went, oh, hi, bang, and deleted that unit, giving him first strike, which was like 4 points for that mission, which was high, and slay the Warlord in turn 1. So that was a bit of a dumb move from me.
Yeah.
But I thought this is my only real go at fast army, unit.
Yep.
And so I was like, let's get them up the board quick because everything else is coming slowly. And that seemed to be my downfall across the game, really. And yeah, so I kind of went forward, scored that objective, did some hull points on the Vindicator, maybe the Rhino as well. I couldn't see too much. Like he positioned his inventory quite well. They're either in vehicles or hidden completely
to avoid the Volkites and the missile launchers.
Yeah.
I mean, who would think that? Who
would
think that?
Who would think the murder units?
Yeah. So that was the thing. So my first turn was not great because I couldn't do too much. I shot 6 las cannons and missed to hit all 6 las cannons.
It was so shit.
It was insane.
So
not one of them hit on 3s. 3s to hit, and I rolled, and it was like 2 on that tank, 2 on that tank, 2 on that tank, which was pretty nasty.
Yeah.
That was sad. I genuinely, I'm gonna persevere with them, but I kind of hate las cannons now.
When they hit,
no, they still damage 1. If you don't move, they damage 2.
Yeah.
But it's still only 1 wound or 1 damage on a tank.
Let's talk about vehicles. So when you glance, you don't do any hull point damage.
Yep.
You do statuses. If you get the one status more than once, you do hull point. So basically, you can glance it to death by basically just rolling a shit ton of dice and then getting the same status over and over again.
Yeah.
Vehicles in the whatever the final fucking phase is called, on a roll of a 6, unless it's a Rhino, it's a roll of a 4. Can roll. If they get it, they can remove a status.
Yeah, 1.
One status.
Right.
So you basically get rid of those. However, these high-powered, high-strength weapons normally do like 1 or 2 damage.
Yeah.
So like vehicles have like 6 hull points,
if not more.
Well,
5. I think a Predator was 5.
So now, all of a sudden, doing like 50 Volkite shots at a Rhino, all right, you're only going to glance it, but it doesn't matter. You just glance it to death.
Yeah, so that's what ended up happening. I shot my Volkites into his Rhino,
It took 3
which
turns.
could only glance, but it glanced so many times that it was like, right, this result's a stunned. The second result, he's also a stunned, so take a whole point. And the thing is, those statuses don't go away, so the thing can't move, can't shoot.
You get
suppressed, stunned, and pinned.
Stunned and pinned. So pinned is you can't move.
Yeah.
Stunned is you can't shoot, and suppressed is
Your snapshots.
You're snapshotting. And then suppressed is you can't do. I don't know, whatever. No,
It was yeah.
You can't move, you can't shoot, and then you can't have fun.
Yeah.
So statuses on vehicles are actually kind of a big fucking deal.
Yeah.
Like, because no more is it just like, I penned and here's a roll. Now I get a 1.
Yeah.
It's actually like pretty big deal.
Yeah, taking hull points off from armor penetration is a bit like a las cannon hits you, pens, and they have armor bane, so a glance becomes a pen automatically. That's great, but taking 4 hull points off a Vindicator means nothing.
Still means the Vindicator can shoot you.
Whereas glancing it once might mean it can't shoot,
Yeah.
which is kind of crazy.
So you could effectively take a vehicle out of a game by just glancing it every time and
Yeah.
just stopping it shooting.
You might not ever kill it, but it just can't be effective.
Yeah,
It's really interesting. It is really, and that's very different.
Yeah.
It was really fun, and it means that glancing vehicles is a really good strategy now.
Yeah.
Rather than going, I'm only going to shoot it with like the super high powered weaponry.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was very interesting and very different, which was cool.
The other thing from our game I wanted to talk about was the fact that HQ units are really, really important to allow you to build a list, but kind of shit in game.
They're fine.
They don't do anything.
Yeah,
now.
they are.
Like if you think back to
bolt-on.
the last edition, where like, oh, you take a chaplain, oh, you're fearless,
Yeah.
or you get to now re-roll your hits, or you've got this this super duper shooting thing, and it makes all the BS go up one. Like none of that exists anymore. It basically is, oh great, I can take a chaplain, and
Well,
he does something, but not really that important.
I actually think librarians are where that is now. So a lot of the librarian, like psychic disciplines and stuff, will give you different things. And
Yeah.
stop units reacting and stuff like that. Like there's some really, I think they could be really interesting.
Yeah.
But yeah, the general like a Centurion is just a Space Marine with a power weapon and a better save. That's
Yeah.
it. There's no
And
real.
what they are important for is challenges, because not everything can accept challenges.
Now
anymore.
we didn't have any just due to the way we didn't. I don't think we
I
had
stayed
an
the
assault
fuck away
didn't
from
we?
you.
I don't think we had any assaults.
Yeah, because I didn't go up and punch because I tried to, and then you missile
punched-
launched me to death.
Yeah, so this is a really big change that I wanted to highlight because I think it's really, really cool, but I feel like it might have been a little bit overpowered or we were doing something wrong.
I kind of hope we didn't do anything wrong. I just hope it's just
It's
that
that
strong.
good, yeah.
Yeah.
So when you shoot blasts
Yep.
now with blast markers large or small, you place it on the unit, then you roll your BS.
Yes.
If you hit, it does not scatter. If you miss, you then roll 1d6 and a scatter dice, and then it will shift a bit.
Okay.
Well, when you're shooting 10 frag missiles,
Yeah.
you put one template
We're not murdering children. We're just in the office with the doors open, so you might hear
just in case you hear that.
Yeah, don't worry. Honest.
But when you place 10 missiles, like frag missiles, on an infantry unit, you put a blast marker down.
Yep.
Technically per guy, but you find the best spot and just go, I'm putting it there 10 times. And roll 10 hit dice. Well, you're hitting on 3s, so you hit 7 times or whatever.
Yeah.
So
and then you get an opportunity to roll scatter, where you might still hit.
you might still hit because there's only 1d6 scatter. So my one round of shooting my 10 missile launchers, I did 62 or 42 or something wounds to his assault squad
The
that
sergeant
jumped out of a
survived.
building.
The sergeant survived.
Yeah, it was it 15 or 10?
It was 15.
15 man. I killed 14 in one shooting.
Well, that's a lot of shrapnel
I
going
can't remember.
around
It
there.
might have been 10. I can't remember. But yeah, it was just frags were disgusting.
No, 15.
Yeah. And I was like, wow, like this is kind of crazy because if you hit, you're just getting 7 each guy. So I think it was like
so
62.
either we're doing something quite wrong, or I'm taking more missile launchers.
Yeah, they were really, really
It
good.
was a little bit situational, but even then, it's range like what 24-inch range on missiles,
48.
48-inch range.
Yeah.
Like
And
missiles
I, and I can move 4 inches and still shoot them because I'm Death Guard.
Yeah, sure. So yeah, I had a really good game. I won, so it's always a good game when I win. But
Oh, yeah. So, I mean, I've got a little bit that I just want to share on that. So I felt like I lost turn 1.
Yeah, okay.
Like, due to little mobility to get to his backlines. So you score every turn now,
Yeah.
right? You score every turn. And so his 15-man tack squad or whatever it was that were in his deployment zone, hidden behind a building, so I just could not see them,
Yeah.
meant that they just scored every turn with impunity. They didn't move. He deployed them, sat on an objective, and just scored all game long.
Right. Fair enough. Yeah.
So he was like 8 points where I just couldn't touch him.
Yeah.
Because it was very similar problem I had when my Space Wolves in the start of 40k
Uh-huh.
for 10th edition, which was I've got a pretty good wall. Like the missile launchers did well, the Volkites did well. The Predators didn't do as well,
Yeah.
but that was more dice rolls, I think,
Yeah.
rather than not being good, because they are really cheap. My line units scored on objectives.
Uh-huh.
My 20-man scored in my deployment zone objective.
Yeah.
pretty much every turn, other than his Angel's Tears, who deep struck and then shot the hell out of him for 2 turns before they then disappeared. And his Flamer Pred came round the flank and flamed them to kind of get rid of them at the end of the game. But I had nothing that I could get decently close to anywhere near that objective.
Yeah.
So I moved up onto the middle one. I scored it for turn 1, and then he killed me off it.
Yeah.
He scored it, I think, once with the assault squad before I killed him off it. But he had 2 that he had a 10-man despoiler just sitting next to a rhino, using it as a wall, so I couldn't see the squad to shoot them. I had to shoot the rhino. And a 15-man tac squad that were behind a building that I just could not see at all. And I had no way of drawing line of sight. Because he had predators in the way, a vindicator in the way, deep striking, jump packs. And I was like, well, I've got a wall of guns, but I can't touch the things I can't see. And so it's made me kind of reevaluate, and going back to the whole list thing, of taking, this works in the game, this doesn't. I had a 15-man assault squad that was sitting there doing nothing in either legion.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure I'm going to try out a 15-man assault squad who can then deep strike into the enemy lines. That means you've now got to focus some fire that way, which might then help my line units stay alive.
Yeah.
But also they've got Vanguard, so if I kill him off his home objective, I'm scoring points.
Yeah.
So I'm going to try that.
Fair enough.
And see how that goes, and just give myself a bit more mobility. It feels like transports are going to be massive, and I think genuinely deep strike is so good, utility wise, to get you into the positions on the board that you will see at least 1, if not 2, deep strike units in every list once everyone kind of cottons onto this.
Yeah,
I mean, we're no experts at the game, but that's just how it feels to me right now.
Yeah. Okay.
But las cannons, man, are just genuinely like, they're high strength, but you got to rely on your hits.
Yep.
And they only damage 1 unless you don't move, and then they become damage 2. So they're still not that high a damage.
Yeah. But surely don't they?
And they're just 1 shot, 1 firepower.
Don't they? If regardless of whether you move the predator or not, do they not still count as not moving because they're on a stable platform?
No.
Oh, really? On the predators, if you move them, they only count as 1 shot? Okay.
Yeah, well, they're 1 shot all the time.
Yeah.
And there's no rerolls now. So you basically just, if you don't roll to hit, you're screwed. And if you hit, you are likely to do something with strength 9, like you are. But then again, shooting a 13 front vindicator, you still need a 5 to glance. No, 4 to glance?
4 to glance.
4 to glance. So you can easily mess up that roll. Yeah, 9 to 13 is 4. Yeah. So you're going to need to hit with a 3 on 1 dice, and then you're going to need a 4 on most vehicles, other than rhinos and things. Like, most vehicles are 13 front. Predators, Vindicators. Kratos is a 14. Land Raiders are 14. So it's not a given. And then even if you get through, it's only 1 or 2 damage.
Yeah.
So it's like, I still think a las cannon squad is going to do decent damage, because you've got 5 or 6, 7, 8, however many more.
Yeah.
But then a 10-man las cannon squad now is like 360 points.
Ugh.
Like, it's insane. So I've cut them down to a 7, which is Nurgle's number, so it's a nice little nod to Nurgle in my Death Guard. But also means they're now more like a 10-man missile squad. They're about the same points.
Right, okay.
Because las cannons are still quite expensive.
Yeah.
And I'm just not entirely sure if they're worth the cost.
Okay.
Which, again, I've played 1 game and looked at some stuff. Like, I'm no expert. But, it's really interesting. And I think mobility is going to be massive.
Fair enough.
Like, watching his assault squad move 12 and then set up move their 2 inches or whatever because of their initiative, and then get a D6 charge. Like, they were very fast getting into assault with my Rhino. Which made them just get up the board even quicker. Vehicles being able to move their full, like the Flamer Predator that Sam's got and James is bringing, is basically a Flamestorm cannon turret and flamers on the sponsons.
Right.
The reason for that is because that Predator can move like 12 inches and shoot all its guns. So just movement on stuff is so fast.
It's also got a pintle-mounted flamer.
Yeah, which just gives you an extra flamer.
Extra heavy flamer.
Which is kind of scary. Let alone obviously the panic that it causes to then get stats.
I'd say panic is a little hit or miss.
Yeah.
Like I did those all to that tax squad. And all right, they eventually got murdered by the magna cannon.
Yeah.
But they didn't run away.
No, they didn't. No,
So-
they passed their thing.
Yeah.
That's another thing, actually, interestingly. If you lose 25%,
Yeah.
you do it per shooting attack now. And the number changes to what you had at the start of that shooting attack. So I shoot your 10-man tac squad with a tactical squad and kill 25%.
Yeah.
Three models. You take a leadership.
Yep.
If you pass that, cool. Then if I shoot you with a 10-man las cannon team and whiff and kill, but you are now 7.
Yeah.
So 25% of 7. If I killed that many, which would be 3 again.
No,
Yeah,
that's 50%, so that'd be 2.
No, because 50% of 7 is
3.5.
3.5.
So it'd be
So it'd be
175.
2.75 so 3.
No, it is 2.
No, because that would be 8. 25% of 8 is 2. 7 would be like
It's-
2.25, so it would be 3 rounding up.
No.
You
it'd be-
round down
Why would you round down?
because that's what you're supposed to do.
2 is almost a third.
A
Yeah.
third of 7?
Almost.
Yeah, it is 2. I'm pretty sure.
I'm pretty sure it's 2.2 something, and then that would mean you'd round up because it's over 2.
I think you round down
Why would you round down if you have to
because
lose?
that's what the rule book says.
If you have to lose over 25%, why would you round down?
I'm just pretty sure that's what it says.
All right, whatever.
But yeah, so I kill enough to make. Then you would take another leadership test. Whereas it used to be you did it all at the end of the shooting phase. So you get absolutely annihilated, and that one dude left would take a test.
Yeah.
Whereas now it's like take a test, take a test.
I think there's
take a
more
test.
opportunity for statuses.
Yeah.
Which is why those tokens that you've got in that box
Yeah.
are really important.
Massively,
'Cause
particularly
otherwise-
for the vehicles.
Fuck yeah. Like, I'm trying to remember which statuses you've got.
So like I had a status at one point. Sam's Melter Pred had a status.
Uh-huh.
Vindicator had a status.
Had 2.
Had 2 maybe, and then the Rhino had 3. And trying to remember, oh well, that one's pinned, but that one's stunned, and that one's got all 3, so that's kind of easy.
I need to buy the tokens.
Yeah, the tokens would be really, really useful for vehicles.
Yeah. Did
Did
you work out what 25% of 7 was?
Yeah.
What is it?
1.75, so it's 2.
Why is it 1.75?
Well, no, it would be 2, wouldn't it? So 7
2
7
would be
is 3.5.
2 would be 25% of 8. I'm going the wrong way. I'm going to 9. Yeah. Ignore me.
Yeah.
I barely passed maths.
Yeah,
Um,
but you still
so it would go up to
argue
2.
eagerly.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll argue even if the scar's fucking red. It's always been red.
That's just because you're colourblind.
It's colour.
Oh.
So, how did you feel about the game?
I really enjoyed it. I actually found it quite simple.
Yep.
Despite all the kind of conversation of statuses and glances, and it probably sounds quite crazy to the uninitiated.
Yep.
But I would say I think I've got a vague hang of just the general game.
Yep.
There's lots of things that need tweaking, of course they are. But I think just mobility is king.
Yep.
And that's something my Death Guard really need to look at.
Yeah.
To be effective, which then goes back to our list writing stuff about play a game. Oh, I really lacked this, so how do I get that in? What do I sacrifice to get that in?
Yeah.
Which again gets back to I think really interesting tactical list writing. I think is a real big part of this edition.
Yeah.
And I think it's at the moment it doesn't feel like you're just going to try and build the strongest list you can because it pushes you to do that. But it makes you reflect on your games and go, yeah, this seems to be a consistent struggle.
Yeah.
So how do I fix that struggle?
Yeah.
Which then bleeds back to the whole collection over list
Yeah.
because you then have the units to put in and out.
So first game was lack of armor and lack of being able to status things. Second game
It's
was
still kind of that.
second game I can status things with the flamer, and also I've put more troop choices in, so that was a big thing. And then my next list bump to around I don't know if I've done a 2 or maybe a 3K.
I think it's 2.
Is to include more vehicles. So I'm putting a Kratos in. I'm also putting a Tech Marine in to help with statuses on vehicles.
Yeah.
So and I'm gonna put the Tech Marine in with a despoiler squad, so that he can go around and just like zip zip zip. It'll be fun. Yeah, looking forward to it.
Okay.
Right, other games. I'm gonna be quite quick at this because we're gonna talk about it in the next step anyway.
Yes.
So I played a game against Ben of Kill Team. It was Ben's first Kill Team game. And it was good to kind of run through it with someone else. I hadn't played in a while, so I was a little bit rusty myself. And when put on the spot with someone that's never played it before, I feel really like I have to defend all the decisions that I've made. Like, this is it, and then I end up, because I don't want to cheat overtly. I feel like I need to look in the rulebook a lot, so I'll look for the rulebook loads, like I did in our game. I'll look for the rulebook loads, and just to kind of reaffirm it to myself. So I felt like the game took a long time, but in retrospective, Matt and I played a game today, and we did it in like an hour and a half type game.
Yeah, about an hour and a half. I mean, I was pretty spanked, so the last turn was like 2 minutes.
Which, to be honest, is the majority of Kill Team games. Yeah, I find that you can win or lose in the first two turns take a long time, and then as soon as you're past that, like you start
3 and 4 are like lightning.
Yeah. So the game was really good. It was against quite a strong, or in my opinion, strong Kill Team, the Goremongers. So they have backpacks where they shove body parts into, and they use that to be able to do cool shit.
They're like corn
cultists.
crazy guys.
They shove body parts into
to then create
crazy shit. So they get to
cocktails.
do stuff. So like, also they have certain other buffs. Like they can't ever be wounded more than 8 in a single phase, like in a single shooting turn. So like if I shoot him with a metal gun, I can do potentially like
17 or something.
Do like 17. He'll only take 8, and they're all like
10.
No, they're more than that. Like 15 wounds.
How many does he have in the squad?
10. They are nuts.
That's crazy.
They are nuts, Matthew.
Yeah, that's
crazy.
Mental.
And they also have I don't know how many he's got. I don't remember how many wounds my own guys are. Let alone
that's
true. And then they've also got like special rules that they use the fluid for, where they can do stuff like they can ignore the damage of the first combat.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. Which, so I'd say they are a very flavoursome.
Yeah, I wonder if things like that are like their command points and he was just doing them naturally when you have to pay for them.
No, because it's the canister. It's the blood on the back.
It's the blood equipment.
Yeah. So, pretty nuts. Pretty crazy Kill Team. It was a good game. Really enjoyed it. Quite late. Played on a Friday night at like 8 o'clock. So, never going to go well.
10 wounds.
10 wounds. There you go. So, you can only ever take one. You can only ever take 8. So, it means that he's always going to survive at least one shooting. Like in a worst case scenario,
hard to get rid of him. Yeah.
So you have to double up. So you have to have multiple things shoot at the same thing to kill it.
Oh, sorry, I misunderstood. I thought they could not take more than 8 wounds per turning point.
No.
Per shooting attack.
Per attack.
So you have to like focus fire to kill. Like a melter gun would normally murder a dude.
Yeah.
But now it's a melter gun and a las gun guy.
Yeah.
Las gun guy. Sorry.
Yeah. So and because he's still got like 10 in his squad, similar kind of number, 8 in his squad. There's not enough in my squad to be able to focus fire enough to be able to kill enough people.
Yeah.
They're a challenge to deal with. And they're very close combat orientated and stuff like that. So it was interesting. It was a good game.
Yeah.
I think he painted them in like a week to play a painted game, which is really cool. I took the Kazakin, which was I think they're okay. They're very I think they're very basic. Like they don't have a lot of like specialness apart from their faction rule. You're able to pick it every turn like an order. But the more and more I listen to like the Wrecker crew with the Wrecker points or the these guys, I do feel like they're quite vanilla.
Yeah, bland. Yeah.
So I've been looking at other Kill Teams, of course. So doing that. So it was a good game. Really enjoyed it. To date, I played a game against Matt.
Yes, we did.
It was a first Kill Team I think you've played in a while.
A very long time. Yeah, it was. I was really happy to get the game in. I kind of messaged you guys and were like, we're doing this year of Kill Team. We should probably play a bit more. Yeah. And unknowing that you had that game booked in with Ben at the time, I think. And it was like, oh, well, I'm actually playing twice this month.
Yeah. So, it was good to play again. Like, I felt way more confident in the rules I was doing and, like, how to set things up. Mainly because Matt has also played before and he's really good at remembering those kind of rules. But
yeah, I was shocked how much came back to me, actually.
Yeah.
The one thing I didn't access very well were my firefight ploys. We got halfway through the game and I was like, oh yeah, I can spend command points to like not take damage.
And I do think that is down to, like, for me, not having cards. Like, because it is in an app and you have to go through it. You've printed yours out, but you have to go through it.
But it's the same thing. I'm just not digitally scrolling.
Yeah.
I'm scrolling pages. So cards would be massive.
So I do think I want to try and get the cards for the Kazakins, or go and pick a different kill team with the cards and just buy all of it at once.
That's what I'm tempted to do, to almost go, okay, I'm enjoying this enough now. What alternatives are there that are supported, that I can go and buy a box, buy the cards straight off the shelf, because Kill Team feels like an off-the-shelf game.
Yep.
Like the mission cards that we were using. I don't have those. So actually, unless I'm playing Sam, it's really hard to play Kill Team.
Yeah.
Because although the battle report, not battle report, what do you call it? The recording of games app, I can't remember what it's called, that we use, has the missions in them. It's really hard to read exactly what they do or when you score them.
You can't really.
It's really difficult without knowing that.
Yeah.
So it's like, well, actually, I need these cards, otherwise I can't play.
Yeah.
Same with the rule book, really. Like the light rules have nothing about cover.
No.
Have like so little in them. Even just who goes first, how you set up the game is not in the light rules.
Yeah.
Because the idea is you just plonk your men down and kill each other. So I need to invest in the game, really. Now I'm at a point where it's kind of ridiculous and I need to have all this stuff.
And I think it's easy enough for me to get back to playing it, but with gaps. So I think it is a good game just to have ready. And I think it would be good for me to pick up another kill team that is their only job.
Yeah.
Rather than trying to have, because my Kazakins don't work for my kill team.
Yeah.
Don't work for kill team because I built them to play in 40k.
Yeah, you're using gun configurations because that's how you built them.
Yeah.
Rather than this is a kill team build.
Exactly. Same for my Hearthkin, my Votan guys. They are built for 40k, not for kill team. So some of the guns don't work, some of the configurations don't work. So I think what I want to do is go through the list, pick a kill team that I like, and just build them for kill team. Because I was thinking about doing the Ecclesiarchy ones, but again, I want them in 40k. So it's going to be a pain in the ass. So
I think it's worth moving into. We'll take that quick break and come back with Operation Kill Team, because I think some of our game will come out in our subject for today.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, just to go over the game, because I don't think Sam's been that open about what happened. I got murdered. Sam did very well at murdering my guys, was very aggressive early game, and I was just like, oh, half my guys are dead before I really did anything. And it reminded me that Kill Team, and this maybe is a lead into what we're going to talk about for Operation Kill Team, I didn't utilize cover very well. I just kind of run out, got shot, and although I have a lot of wounds, he did very good at focus firing through different firing lanes, and I just didn't have answers. So I think Kill Team, although I found the standard rules quite easy to remember, even after quite a break, the tactical playing of it, I did not play to what you should do in Kill Team. I just kind of moved forward and died.
Your rules, basically.
Yeah, well, yeah, in terms of the firefight ploys, the strategic ploy is fine, but then I forgot that you have things you can do to like keep you guys alive more, which would have helped. But yeah. Anyway, let's take a quick break and we'll come back with Operation Kill Team.
Hi, I'm Neil, and you may remember me from such things as Who's Neil? My dog ate my hobby project, and Tau, fish or friend. I'm here to tell you about our Element Games affiliate program. So as you may know, running the podcast does incur some costs. Hosting and equipment are just two examples of this. To help with these running costs, we have signed up to the Element Games Wargaming Web Store affiliation program. This is where Element Games provide us with unique links to their web store, and if you use our links, then we get a percentage of what you spend, big or small, to help run and improve the podcast. The links take you to Element Games homepage or straight to the 40k products category. Simply shop from there. You can find these links in our featured posts on the Facebook Community Safe Room, on our Discord channel, and on our Instagram. Thanks for your help and support.
Hello and welcome back. This is Operation Kill Team, and as just previously mentioned, we're talking a little bit about more complex rules of the game. So our topic today is complex shooting and cover rules, and why they are a pain in Sam's ass.
So my main gripe with it is with Kill Team is because it's a simple game, low model count.
Yeah.
They obviously have to have this complexity somewhere. It's more granular than what they do. What I've struggled with it is figuring out what is in line of sight,
Yeah.
what gets cover,
Yes.
what doesn't get cover,
And what type of cover
and what
do they
type
get?
of cover.
Yeah.
So we had it in our game today. So not all terrain is equal. Some
Yes.
terrain is heavy terrain, some terrain is
Mhm.
light terrain, and it designates it on the card. So it's pretty good at telling you what it is.
Yeah. You've got a good basis to work this stuff out.
Yeah.
And I think part of this conversation, I've just underlined at the beginning, is regular play.
Yeah, probably. So it was more there's a line in the rulebook that says that just because you are on cover doesn't mean you get cover.
Yes.
And I was like, oh, okay. So in the situation we had, Matt was standing on top of a building.
Yep.
I was standing on the top of the building.
Yep.
There was an intervening wall between Matt and I.
Uh-huh.
And I wasn't up against
And he wasn't
the
against the wall, so he was shooting over the wall.
wall. Like 2 inches wall, 2-3 inches other building.
No wall.
Sam's guy.
Me.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, is it intervening? That's heavy cover. I'd get 1 cover save from that, but is it intervening? Now,
I would say yes.
but rules as written, I don't think I would have.
No. I don't know.
and it's that kind of complexity which is kind of turns me off to the game.
Yeah.
In 30k, they've changed these terrain rules, but they've made it really simple. They're like, if you're over 3 inches away through the building, you can't be shot because you can't see through the terrain. If you're within that, you get cover. That's simple. Whereas this, because it's more granular, they've so you have to draw line of sight from your model in a cone to both sides of the base.
Yes.
And you have to be able to cleanly see both sides of the base.
Uh-huh.
If you can't see both sides of the base, then they would get cover.
Yeah, they count as obscured, right?
Obscured, yeah. And obviously they have the whole, are you ready? Sorry, are you engaged? No. What's the 2 statuses?
Conceal and engage.
Conceal and engage. Conceal is, if you're concealed and behind cover, you can't be shot.
Yeah,
if
because
you're
you're like
engaged-
ducking down behind the wall or whatever.
If you're engaged and behind cover, you can be shot.
Yes.
Yeah.
But just with cover.
With cover. So you have that complexity as well. And then that's all very nice and simple. I'm on the floor. You're on the floor. There's a wall between us. I can't draw a line of sight between the 2 corners. Therefore, you get cover. Yeah, nice and simple.
Yeah.
Then you get what happens if Matt's in a building? And then I can't see his base. So can I shoot his base?
Yeah, you can see my model above a wall, but technically you can't see my base. Yeah, exactly.
And that's it, right? And I've read the rule book, and I'm pretty sure there must be rules in there about it and how they actually handle the situation. But it's just by going, you have to draw from the model to the base, makes it mean, well, I can't shoot up then. Can't shoot you in the face.
Yeah, it's really complicated in terms of the levels.
Yeah.
And leveling is because if you're above and shooting down, you're getting bonuses to your shot. You get accurate.
Yeah.
All these kind of buffs because you're in vantage terrain.
You get accurate 1 if you're on a vantage terrain, which is a platform about 2 inches up or
and
more,
shooting down on
and
the
shooting
floor.
down on the floor, then you get advantage 1.
Yep.
Accurate 1, sorry.
Yep.
And if you are more than 2 inches, so 4 inches, you will get accurate 2. And accurate 2 basically allows you to auto have one of your dice be a hit, standard hit.
Yeah.
So you can take the risk it for the biscuit and roll them to try and get your crits, or you just take the hit.
Yeah.
But yeah. So I think, and then they have not light terrain. They have scatter terrain where they have pipe work, so you can see the bottom of the base.
Yep.
Through that, but it doesn't count.
Because they're still within the cover because there's a bit of space and then the pipe.
Yep. It's basically...
So it's I can see his base in that one, but I can't see the model, so I can't shoot him. But the guy in the building who I can't see the base, but I can see the guy, can I shoot him? It's a bit...
I feel like they've gone, let's make this really kind of granular and make it really important where you put your models, which is great. As a ham-fisted person, I hate that.
Yeah.
But it's really great.
It's a cool, immersive technique.
Because you have 10, you have 8 guys, and it's about that kind of singular combat type situation.
It'd just be nice to be a bit clearer.
Yeah, and then you get like the weird, like if I'm in a building and in a window, and you're in a building in a window.
Oh god, we had this.
I can't
Yeah,
shoot
we
you,
had this
but I
when we
can
played,
shoot
yeah.
you.
Yeah, it's very, very, very
You
strange.
need to be like up against the
'cause
window.
You have to be up against or something along those lines so you can see through it. But if you're not up against it, you can't see through it, even though you can see through it. It was all a bit strange and a bit kind of like, what on earth?
I think, again, it's one of these things that I think regular play, you'd fix these things. And I think partly if there are some indecisive decisions.
That's the page. I think that's the page.
With the windows. But yeah, I don't know. Like, for me and Sam, I was like, you can see the guy, so why can't you shoot him?
Yeah.
Like, because you can't draw a line to his exact base, you can draw a line between his two shoulders, so you can put a bullet between his two shoulders, and we just played it like that, and that makes more sense to me.
Yeah.
So it's you are counted as obscured if you can be seen through a window, but if you're more than 1 inch from the terrain. Hang on. So operative B is visible to the operative A through the window. However, there is intervening heavy terrain more than 1 inch from both operatives. Therefore, they are obscured. So if you're stood in the window shooting through, you can shoot through it because you're at the window.
Yeah.
If the other person stood at the window and you're shooting into them, you can shoot them because they're in the window. But if you're both not at the window, you're
Just
obscured.
one dude. So if I'm at the window, but you're not at the window and you're further than 1 inch from the window,
Yep.
I can see you, but you're obscured.
Yeah. But if you're at the window and I'm not at the window, you're not obscured.
Yeah.
But if I'm at the window, you're not at the window, you're not obscured.
Yeah.
It's just
It's again. I genuinely feel like 90% of this is regular play, and you would you'd get used to this is that. Da 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 da. And I think like shooting up at guys in the building, like you can't see their base because they're not overhanging the edge of the terrain. You can see the guy.
It's also
Like-
you don't have to draw lines from the weapon. It's anywhere on the base.
Yeah.
So you can be on like the tippy toe on the right hand side of the base. If you can draw 2 lines to the outside each side of their base, then you can shoot them.
Yeah, it's like my toes sticking out of this terrain, but I can draw a line over your 2 sides of your base because you're in the open. So I can shoot you unimpeded, even though 90% of my model is actually behind this wall.
What I feel I probably need to make this easier.
So line of sight is base to base. But then if you do that, shooting up to someone in a building, you will virtually never be able to do, which then means being in a building is ridiculously overpowered.
I think the way you're meant to do it is you're meant to not look at the fact you're meant to look at it top down, not from model to model.
Yeah.
So if you look at it top down, if I'm on the floor and you're in a building and I'm shooting you, top down, I can draw a line from me to your base, therefore I can shoot you.
Yeah.
If there is intervening cover, I can't shoot you.
Well, or you're obscured.
Or you're obscured.
If I'm engaged, I'm a viable target.
If you're engaged and you're at waist height, you're a viable target.
Yeah,
I can
yeah.
shoot you. Yeah,
but
yeah.
I would get obscured.
So yeah, it's just I find they potentially have overcomplicated this, and then as well as that rule, this is the 2 complicated rules that I've come across. Jumping.
Jumping is interesting.
Oh, jumping was useful because it allowed me to jump from one building to another building and then go and stab you.
Yes, yeah. It was nasty.
Did you do it right?
But you can't like jump through windows and stuff.
No, we didn't jump through windows.
No. It was the your 2 open.
Yeah, okay. So
It
nice,
was like
nice
that.
clean jump.
Yeah, it was
No,
very
sorry.
easy. Yeah. I think the situation that Sam's talking about, it was when he was playing Ben. We were talking before recording, and jumping from a ledge, like through a window.
No. So it's
Or something
jumping from a ledge.
Yep.
So the rule as written is you have to make a single straight move towards the other ledge.
Yeah.
No bendy wendy curvy worvies. Straight line.
Jump round corners.
Yeah. So if you can jump 4 inches, and then anything less than an inch, of height of terrain doesn't count. You can scramble over that. Anything more than that, you can't scramble over it. So you basically have to jump. Can I jump from my corner to the little bit of ledge on that bit of terrain, the L shape, little bit of ledge, and then run around it, or do I have to be able to put my model cleanly on that ledge before I move again? Like,
Yeah.
it's just a little bit complicated. I'm trying to find the rule.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things that hasn't come up in most of my games,
Yeah.
and the one me and Neil done was very, very simple.
Yeah.
It was just, like you say, straight across, no walls in the way at all. It was just, yep, over we go. So that was interesting.
There you go. So, operatives can jump from terrain when they move off of it. You can move them 4 inches horizontally from the edge of when they jump. Done like any other move except one straight line increment. The operative must drop or climb from there. When jumping to a terrain feature, you can ignore the height difference of 1 inch or less, including its ramparts, if any. However, if when jumping from terrain features, if it has a rampart, you must climb first. So if you have like a ledge, you climb up the ledge and then jump off. And it's all counts part of your movement. You can only jump as much as 4 inches, and then you can go the other side.
Yeah, but if your movement 6, you can spend 2 inches to climb up and then jump 4 inches.
Yeah. It's just not easy.
I think it's one of these things that it's not easy until it's easy because it's happened 10 times.
Mhm.
Like, genuinely think this game is repetitiveness.
Yeah.
And so those complex kind of obscurities become easier. I also think it's the kind of game that is best enjoyed when you're not taking things too seriously.
Yeah.
So it's like, I can see that guy's head and he was engaged. Yeah, you can try and shoot him through the eye.
Yeah.
Like, why would I say no to that?
Yeah.
Oh, it might lose me the mission. Oh, no. Like, whatever. It's immersive. It's fun. It's supposed to be. I can see that. So, again, like, if I've got a guy who's got his toe sticking around the corner, but the model itself has no gun in sight of the enemy, I'm not going to shoot the guy.
Yeah.
Like, just because I'm not going to play that way. And I genuinely think that's how Kill Team's best enjoyed. So then the jump stuff becomes this epic, oh my God, you jumped across to stab me. That's so cool. Rather than
knife
like
in the air above your head as you lurch across the walkway. Yeah.
like, that's so cool. Rather than like, well, technically I can get around this window by doing like, it's like, no.
Yeah.
Like, just calm down.
Yeah, I think it's what I think I want to buy to make it easier for myself is the laser lights that do the straight lines. You know, they do them. You know, you got laser pointers,
pointer.
but they have them where they're just a dot. They do one which is just like a line. And they army painter make one.
Oh.
So I'm thinking I might get one of those to help me with shooting.
Yeah.
Right.
Because like that's the biggest barrier for me is the can I actually see you?
Yeah.
Type stuff. So I want to get it right.
Yeah. Yeah, it's good to not abuse it or get abused by it and have both players utilizing it.
Yeah.
But I think my encouragement would be don't go into games feeling like, oh, I need to justify everything.
No.
So like when we played, it was like, yeah, I can see him. And I was like, yeah, you can see him. It makes sense that you can see him.
Yeah.
Shoot him.
Yeah.
I think but if you're like that with your opponent's going to be more like that when you're shooting. And then actually you're all just enjoying yourselves.
Yeah.
So that's kind of it. That was my rant of Kill Team.
It's been interesting having we've played a handful of games now.
I want to play more. Today's game made me want to play more. I want to get another Kill Team. I think I need to now.
Yeah, it'll be the kind of push to go. I want to play this.
Push and then also get cards. They're bringing out a Night Lords Kill Team.
I know the Raptors.
I'm feeling Marines.
They do look kind of crazy. They do look really crazy.
You need to get Neil playing more.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see, I'm still not sold on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've every game I've played I've really enjoyed. I think it's a game that I would love if I played it a lot.
Yeah.
And it's quick enough. My problem is I don't have the easily accessible terrain.
Yeah.
I don't have the rulebook. And I don't have the mission cards.
I think that is a big barrier.
I genuinely think I need a Volcus box.
Or there'll be a new box like in the new year, I think.
Yeah, with new cards and new rulebook and everything.
No. I don't think. I think it's another one of the dossiers.
Oh, okay. So,
like
if it doesn't come with a rulebook, then I'm still screwed.
Oh yeah, good point.
Because Games Workshop don't, look after their games.
No. Right. Let's call it there. Unless Neil, you have anything else you want to add?
No, I got nothing to add.
Okay, cool. Let's end it there, and then we'll come back with our spotlight.
Yes, indeed.
No. Yes.
I've got a brand new combine harvester, and I'll give you the key. Alright there, my lover. Sometimes farming is hard work, and I need a midweek break. So we started Mike's Midweek Hangouts, as a midweek haven from the hustle, bustle, and loud noises of the farm. These gatherings are held in Facebook rooms. You can join from the link found either in the Adeptus Terra podcast safe room or found in the Hobby Hangout channel on the Discord. If you want to get some midweek hobby progress in, why not grab your scrumpy and join Mike on a Wednesday from 8:30. See you there, my lover. Come on now, let's get together.
Well, I've got a brand new common officer.
The live rendition.
Yeah, I love it.
Well, welcome back. This is the Spotlight, and this episode we have a lore segment, and the topic for today is exterminatus extremis. Dun dun dun.
I like it. I like it a lot.
Yeah, it's an interesting one. So, as always, we've got our kind of intro into what exterminatus extremis is, the different ways this can be administered, and then some specific highlights for you as well. So I'm just going to jump straight in and let's get going. Exterminatus extremis is the obliteration of a world's entire population through some form of weapon used often from orbit or nearby space, but not exclusively.
Nope.
It's also worth knowing that its entire population is the goal, not necessarily the obliteration of the world itself, although that can happen.
Yes.
Exterminatus is the most extreme method of dealing with some form of heresy, corruption, or alien infiltration, which has taken root within a planet's population. When the level of corruption or of whatever kind is so monumental that it can no longer be wiped out by any other means. The destruction of the entire population is deemed necessary to prevent the contagion from spreading further.
So Order 66 will not work.
Yes, it's for the greater good. Everybody dies.
Not death. It's just a little bit of a sleep.
Oh,
A little bit of a goo-made sleep if you virus bomb the planet. Anyway, the world in question may have fallen to chaos worship or imperial government overthrown and replaced by the rule of aliens such as like Gene Stealer cult. Or it may be a non-imperial world harboring an extraordinarily powerful and dangerous species of alien. Tau, for example.
yes, they're very dangerous.
Exterminatus is often a last resort, or so the Imperium would like you to think, taken when a world is deemed to have insignificant or insufficient value.
Insignificant.
Yeah, just get rid of this thing. To justify the amount of men and material it would require to conquer or reclaim it. Exterminatus is very rarely used on planets vital or valuable to the Imperium. It also has been used as a method of denying resources to alien invasion. See Inquisitor here, who did it to stop a Tyranid Hive fleet.
Yes.
Which I forget exactly the details.
Inquisitor Maximus.
You sure about that?
Or is it Biggus Dickus?
Yeah, that one.
Maximus Meridimus
Yeah.
Decimus.
Yeah, he slapped it on the table, went, delete these 10 words.
This is how far down I'm going. I'm going to kill the world.
Got a map out and just, boom, whatever this covers.
Whatever this fleshy nuke covers, get rid of it. Exterminatus.
So a successful...
What a power move when you come.
It would be, wouldn't it? Yeah. A successful exterminatus renders a world deadly to living organisms for millennia and leaves the surface a wasteland. The exterminatus order can be given by any Inquisitor, Space Marine Chapter Master, Lord High Admiral, or Lord Commander. All lofty titles.
So they don't seem that equal.
No,
So,
not at all.
Chapter Master, fine, okay, I get that. They're pretty wise, pretty learned. Inquisitor,
Yeah, I mean, don't let the Inquisition hear you say that.
I feel
An
like
Inquisitor is far greater than any Space Marine chapter,
like
surely.
High Inquisitor, like Lord High
Yeah.
Inquisitor, perfectly fine. Just any old Tom, Dick, or Harry can,
All right,
can
we'll
call
just
an
let-
exterminatus.
Considering the amount of them that turn heretic as
Yeah.
well.
Like, I don't think I'd want them to do
No.
it. Like,
Joe, interestingly, when looking at some of the example planets that have been exterminatus,
Yeah.
a bunch of them are like failed exterminatuses that either like bring about Nurgle plague zombies or end up being orders from heretical inquisitors who just wanted to delete the Imperial loyal world so they could take over the sector and all sorts of craziness. So yeah, it's a not a stable method, however much the Imperium would like to tell you it is. The Imperial Navy usually resorts to mass bombardment. Space Marines prefer to plant a bomb on the surface because, you got to get the job done yourself. The Inquisition has access to more exotic weapons, such as virus bombs and cyclonic torpedoes. Their use is monitored.
whenever I see the word cyclonic, I think of colonic irrigation.
Do you? Interesting.
Funny you
I
should
think of
say
s-
that. We'll go on to that in a little bit.
I think of Cyclops.
Have you hit that age, Neil?
No, I'm it's relating to this.
Oh,
Yeah, I always think of Cyclops from X-Men.
it's weird where both our brains go.
Yeah. Yeah,
Bum, 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 bum,
exactly. Bum.
Bum.
bum,
Bum, bum.
So their use of exterminatuses is monitored by the Ordo Exorium, which is a minor ordo of the Inquisition. It consists of slightly under 100 Inquisitors,
So 99 then.
yeah, all of which who can, remember, can order exterminatuses. They are sent to compile reports on what technique was administered, why the exterminatus was ordered, and its effectiveness. They're basically like the Ofsted of killing planets. I just love the fact you've got an ordo that looks after exterminatus and records it, but can also issue them because they're
Do you reckon if
inquisitors.
they disagree with the command, they then issue a exterminatus to exterminatus the exterminatus?
Yeah. I don't know. It's very interesting. It was, do you know what? It was something I learned by looking into exterminatus. Didn't know that ordo existed at all.
No.
But for people who maybe don't understand what Ofsted is, that reference, I should probably explain. It's basically our way of checking on schools and their systems and making sure they're adequate for our kids to go to.
Make sure they're worthy of their 40 weeks holiday a year.
Yeah, all that stuff. So yeah, these guys go around and kind of go, why did you nuke this planet? Okay, fair enough.
Do you know what? I don't think
we're not sure about that.
I don't think I would want to be the auditor of exterminatuses.
No.
I feel like going if a Space Marine chapter master or an Inquisitor is that pissed off, they order an exterminatus. Going, sorry, could you just justify
Just
why
justify why you did that, yeah. I guarantee
like-
there must be massive holes in the reporting
Yeah.
of I got there and the Space Marines had already left
Yeah.
and the planet looked pretty dead. So it worked. Let's move on.
We don't know why it worked.
Yeah, or what even caused it. Well, I guess we'll find out someday. So yeah, it's a very interesting ordo that exists. So before we go into detail of exactly how the Imperium like to delete planets, or populations of planets, I should say, these are kind of the different types that are crammed together. So you have the Provisio Primus, which is primarily virus bombs.
Mm-hmm.
The Provisio Secundus, which is atomic weaponry.
Yeah.
And then Provisio Ultras, which is planetary annihilation by crustal disruption, which this is like the let's actually blow up a world, which is really cool.
The Dark Angel's approach to.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. It's also worth noting the planet can be subjected to several types of exterminatus, just to make sure everything dies. But normally one is sufficient. So I'm going to hand over to, I think, Sam, who's going first for the first kind of section of weaponry, ways of blowing up a planet's population.
So I've got the fairly standard atomic weaponry,
Yes.
or the Modius atmospheric missiles.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
So despite their age, Nuclear weapons or atomics are still used by the Imperium. There are many variants of these types of weapons, but the largest are the ones used by the Imperial Navy to enact an exterminatus. The initial explosions are huge, and the impact will certainly trigger earthquakes and other natural disasters present on the world. Then comes the aftermath: radiation, nuclear winter, acid rain, and more, making of the world impossible to inhabit.
Yes.
Often, more than one site and one weapon will be used for a full planetary exterminatus.
That makes sense.
So, I don't know how this works, right? If I'm on a ship,
Yep.
and I have a nuclear weapon on my ship, and my ship then gets blown up,
Yes.
my nuclear weapon, does that also blow up?
Yeah.
Or
well,
I would
because
assume if something's powerful enough to make your ship blow up, then it's likely enough to
blow up the
blow up
atomic
the weapon. If the reactor goes kaboom,
and would the reactor then vaporize the weapon, therefore render it?
I don't know.
Because my thinking, right? The reason I'm thinking this, if all the Imperial Navy ships carry nukes, right?
Yep.
Quite frequently they blow up. Like overworlds, interworlds, fall into
Yeah,
worlds.
but I think the size and power of the like warp drive is such a more cataclysmic explosion that a nuke is like, yeah, whatever.
Maybe it's the visual representation GW do of space warfare, that actually these ships are millions of kilometers apart from each other, and actually the explosion doesn't matter that much.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. I was just wondering why there was not more like 3-armed Space Marines. Mortalis class atmospheric missiles are the most powerful type of the Imperial Phosphex weaponry, used only in extreme instances. I feel like any of these weapons you could say that about.
Well, I don't know. A little nuke, nuke.
Little tasty little salvo. So the exterminatus is when it's required. A salvo of several Mortalis atmospheric missiles from orbiting warships will blanket the entire world in deadly phosphex. The resultant firestorm is a green template that is on the table for the rest of the game.
Yeah, I was going to say, you leave it for the rest of the game, and now everything is dangerous terrain.
So a green mist will eat away at every carbon-based element on the planet, rendering it uninhabitable.
Ah,
yeah, that's pretty
nice.
gnarly.
I don't think I like those two types of weaponry. I think if I had to... That's a brilliant question at the end.
You have not seen my roundout. You scroll down. Scroll down, my friend.
Just
get excited. Scroll down.
So next up, we've got the cyclonic torpedo and the atmospheric incinerator torpedo.
They don't like it up them.
They don't like it up them. So cyclonic torpedoes are a category of torpedo utilised by the Imperium for orbital bombardment of a planet once exterminatus has been invoked. A wide variety of weapons fit the definition of cyclonic torpedoes. Oh, I'm really struggling here.
A wide light on, would that be easier for your eyes?
Nah, it's all right. You fucker. A wide variety.
I tried not to laugh, Neil. I really did.
It's getting quite like dark, and you're of an age where light above your head may or may not help you read.
No.
Or if you put on your reading glasses, that would also probably help.
Yes. So a wide variety of weapons fit the definition of cyclonic torpedoes and employ varying means of scouring the world's surface, from nucleonic fire to raw plasma or even deadly radiation. The nucleonic fires are sustained by converting raw matter into energy until the entire planet is engulfed by a raging inferno. Whatever their method of destruction, the effect of cyclonic torpedoes is the same: the complete destruction of all life on the planet, its atmosphere burned away in a storm of fire, and its oceans boiled to vapour, leaving its rock barren. The only factions within the Imperium known to have these weapons are the Inquisition and the Adeptus Astartes.
Sorry, just the leave your rock barren. It just made me laugh. I felt like that before. Just completely barren. You know, when you eat far too many chilies,
yes,
and then you just feel barren afterwards. Nothing can grow anymore.
Well, just you wait. So, next up we have 2-stage torpedoes.
When one is not enough,
Put
another one on it.
When one stage is not enough.
It's like the iPhone approach.
They are the more exotic version of a cyclonic torpedo. though the warhead is still the same, the delivery system is radically different. So instead of exploding on impact, it's like a super powered bunker buster or colonic irrigation. The device burrows through the planet's surface with
what colonic irrigation are you having that burrows
Burrowing.
through your surface?
it burrows through the surface with thermal warheads, and then it detonates at the core, destabilizing the planet, and it pretty much shatters the world. These are usually used against worlds that are devoid of atmosphere or biological life, such as Necron tomb worlds.
Yeah, because I guess it's no point having it hit the planet and burn the atmosphere if there's no atmosphere.
Yeah.
Or if everything that's the threat is living under the ground.
Yeah.
So it makes sense.
Bunker busters are quite terrifying.
Yeah.
Like as a concept in the real world that it actually exists.
Yeah.
Like very scary.
Yes. And the final one is the atmospheric incinerator torpedo.
There we go. This is the best one.
It uses advanced plasma device that bursts in low planetary orbit and literally ignites all oxygen on the planet. So this method of exterminatus was used on Medusa 4 in the Medusa system. Surprise, surprise. After it was determined to be too difficult to reconquer from the forces of chaos. Spoilers, they basically turned it into Mandalore.
Yeah, glass the
They
planet.
glassed the planet. And the entire world burned like a piece of amber in space, even after a month of the attack being launched.
Yeah, that's a pretty cool little, like...
Pretty cool visual, not
Yeah.
a cool thing.
Yeah. Yeah, also, when it talks about glassing planets, it just makes me think of the Covenant from Halo.
Yeah.
That's all they do, just go around glassing planets. Crazy. So I have the kind of two more unique type of weaponry, I guess. So we have the virus bombs and the Heraclitus.
I would call it Clitus.
I know you would.
Is it not Clitus?
I'm going to say Clitus.
Colitis.
So virus bombs are potent weapons of mass destruction and were commonly used to carry out exterminatus in pre-heresy times. In this role, they have largely been superseded by cyclonic torpedoes. However, virus bombs are still retained by some Imperial arsenals.
That real crunchy effect of people.
Yeah.
People.
Virus bombs were used on Isfahan 3 at the start of the Horus Heresy by Horus to destroy the Space Marines who remained loyal to the Emperor. The viral payload of a virus bomb can be keyed to specific gene codes, specifically targeting aliens, mutants, or even rebelling humans with a predominant hair colour.
Yeah.
Gingers beware.
Oh, poor people.
What gingers that work for you?
Yeah, they're called the engineers because they were orange.
Ah, okay. I was going to ask, you work predominantly outside. How does that work? Do you know?
They all burn.
They all burn.
They all burn.
Like they've been virus bombed. The Life Eater virus is terrifyingly voracious, capable of spreading across the entire surface of a planet in a matter of minutes. The virus can penetrate power armor and rebreathers. The virus quickly rots and breaks down anything of biological origin, reducing it to sludge. Jungles and forests quickly rot into lakes of sludge. The rapid breakdown of organic matter releases tremendous amounts of flammable gas, and this gas eventually ignites, like a match, either on its own or with the intentional insertion of incendiary devices created. What made you laugh there? The insertion. Bloody hell, you children. This creates an apocalyptic planet-wide firestorm, searing the planet's entire surface to bare rock. There's the old barren rock again as well. As well as burning the atmosphere of all oxygen. So they're all kind of doing very similar things, but just slightly differently.
This is probably, like, that book is the saddest heresy book. Where they virus bomb Isfahan, and it's the Dreadnought.
The Dreadnought and the guy, Death
Like,
Guard, just having a hug.
I can't fit in there, brother.
Yeah.
It's okay. We're here with you.
We'll be here with you.
We'll die together.
Blackwood, you'll be fine. You'll have
And he's got like a slice in his armor or his sarcophagus or whatever.
I have a crack, brother. Can you fill it? That would be the definite start of a Space Marine like homoerotic novel.
Yeah. Oh god.
Like we'll call it like 24 seconds to 24 24 pumps to no 24.
The hereditary.
Anyway, the really good thing about virus bombs is the lifeless rock that's left may still contain valuable non-organic resources after the virus itself has died off.
So those pesky inhabitants get virus
Get rid of
bombed in
them,
the world,
and then we can just go down and mine in peace.
take
Strip
the ore.
mine the planet. Yes.
Yes.
Which is very useful, which the others seem less suited for.
Yes.
And lastly, we have the most unique one, the Heraclitus, which is a biological growth acceleration strain developed by Magos.
Are you sure it's not
Saslin?
Clitus? Like,
I'm gonna
if
say
it's
Clitus.
a biological growth
Just for help.
strain. Like if it was
By Zalin.
Yes, him. Named after and based upon a surviving fragment of research conducted by Magos Heraclitus. Originally designed to increase the productivity of agri-worlds 1,000 times by increasing the growth rates of crops, the Heraclitus was stolen by Iron Warriors under the command of Honsu from a research facility and used as an improvised, if slow, method of planetary devastation.
just slowly make everything grow faster.
Yeah, until they can't handle it. So the Heraclitus was deployed on the world of Tarsis Ultra, where its inhabitants were still fighting the remnants of a Tyranid invasion. Delivered via orbital torpedoes, the strain was released into the planetary atmosphere and reacted with the alien organisms covering the planet and hyper-accelerating their growth. Plant life expanded kilometers in seconds, nutrients and oxygen were rapidly depleted, the planetary protective layer was stripped away, and the world's temperature rose in a matter of moments. Finally, after weeks, the last remnant of the atmosphere was stripped away, leaving nothing alive. Even the Tyranid vegetation died months afterwards, being exposed to lethal doses of radiation. Tarsis Ultra was left a lifeless ball of rock, with only the blackened skeletal remains of cities testament to prior human inhabitation. This is the only recorded incident of the use of this horrifically modified weapon.
That's worse. That's the worst one.
That's horrible, isn't it?
That is honestly the worst one.
Good old Honso.
Like
Yeah.
the other ones.
And I guess he's still got, the opportunity to use this.
I would imagine so.
Like, 'cause
so
the other
kind of
ones-
crazy.
The other one, all right, planet destroyed, fine. Happens in a matter of probably like an hour max.
Yeah.
Like,
I think the two I shared are probably the worst ways to go and experience if you're on the planet.
Yeah.
I mean,
But
turn into
still,
sludge.
It's going to take a while. It's going to be horrible.
I don't know, hurt. Whereas that one,
Getting
just like-
incinerated in seconds.
well, I mean, that's
Yeah.
technically what's happening now, right? With global warming, it's just happening a bit slower.
It's just that on top of everything.
yeah. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Anyway, to round out before we have some fun and questions for us all at the end.
Your questions are not why I was going down.
Okay, well, you can add some more. Don't worry. So I think Sam and then Neil are going to share some worlds. We've cherry-picked some diversity in Exterminatus records of different worlds that have suffered this fate.
Well, hopefully.
I've got Stalinvast.
Yes.
Definitely not Stalingrad. Was a hive world covered with thousands of hive cities, mainly involved the creation of and testing of weapons in the Imperium. Between the hives were large areas hostile jungle. It was subjected to exterminatus over 100 years ago, virus bombed and stripped of all life. The planet was a site of a gene stealer infestation. The Inquisitor Ubisbal led a purge of the infestation, costing many lives. I mean, he has purged the infestation. Just no one else is alive, but
Yeah.
not there. A warp entity known as the Hydra had also infested the planet and was fed by the massive amount of death. Stalinvast was presumably the homeworld of the Imperial Guard Stalinvast Grenadiers Regiment. St. Joman's Hope. Well, hang on, no,
That's the second one.
That's the second one.
So basically, this stuff happened, and so they went, screw this, nuke the planet.
Yeah.
Because, now there's this great warp entity that's fed off all this massive amount of death.
Yeah.
The gene stealer infestation, who knows if it's still there or not. Let's just delete it.
Next up, we have St. Josman's Hope. Josman? Josman. Was the ninth planet of the Cadian system. It served as an imperial military prison within the Cadian sector. The heart of St. Josman's Hope was a vast continent-sized prison complex. During the 13th Black Crusade, the Imperium had lost the planet to the chaos due to the massive prison riots and revolts. When it became apparent that St. Joseph's Hope could not be reclaimed, it was destroyed in order to prevent the armies of chaos from using it as a staging point in the invasion of the sector, or the fact that there was loads of prisoners there that could become cultists.
Yeah.
Insurgent activity rose across the sectors surrounding the Eye of Terror with the aim of destabilising the Imperial defence lines before the launch of the 13th Black Crusade. On St. Joseph's Hope, subversion groups such as the Corrective Rehabilitation Movement aimed their efforts at the prisoners to try to pit them against their gaolers. In the brutal fighting that erupted, contact was lost with the other worlds in the Cadian system. Isolated and unable to turn the tide, many of the local defenders kept a bullet for themselves rather than allowing the raging convicts to take them alive. When the forces of the Chaos began to invade the planet, they were initially greeted as liberators. However, when the Chaos Space Marines of the Violators, what a wonderful name, we're here for hugs, who spearheaded
Into the prison.
who spearheaded
You dropped the soap.
It's weird. They turned up and they brought us just crates and crates of soap. Who spearheaded the assault, treated the inmates like slaves, and conscripted them to their own cause, slippery cause. The Imperial counter-offensive that reconquered St. Joseph's Hope succeeded only in liberating parts of the world. During a meeting of all the representatives of the major Imperial fighting factions in the sector, Lord Castellan Creed commissioned the destruction of the planet. With options such as exterminatus and Nova cannon bombardment unavailable, the only way left was to send a small special forces to trigger the tectonic instabilities by overloading the generatorium grid in the main prison complex. Members of the various Imperial forces were grouped together into Strike Force Herald. They penetrated the heart of the beset world and successfully caused St. Joseph's Hope to disintegrate. However, all of its members were lost during the planet's destruction. I mean, it's a small price to pay.
It's yeah.
Sounds a little bit like Rogue One-esque.
Yeah, kind of.
The best
Got the
Star
job
Wars
done,
movie.
but everyone died.
Everybody's dead, Dave.
I genuinely, I really enjoy that movie.
Yeah, it's great. It's
Like,
really
as a
good.
standalone movie. And I watched the TV series.
I haven't,
Oh,
watched,
Andor.
I haven't watched the second season.
Are you
of
talking
Andor.
about Andor?
Yeah.
I've seen the first series. And I haven't seen the second.
You've
season
not seen
yet.
the second
I've watched the
season?
first
No.
episode and that's it so far.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh. I don't think this is a spoiler. It literally ends and then the movie starts.
Yeah, that doesn't
Yeah,
surprise me.
yeah,
It's-
Like and so, but I didn't really like the movie to start with. I watched the 2 series of Andor and I was like, oh man, fuck, he's great.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
and you
it built
get it.
his character.
And you get it now why he is like he is in the movie
Yeah, yeah.
because like of everything that happened. But I won't spoil it because it's honestly I wasn't sold on it like any of the Andor series, and then I basically forced myself to watch it when I was ill, and then I watched it all in like a day,
Nice.
2 days, like yeah.
Cool.
Anyway.
Watch.
So this isn't one world. This is unique space chapters of Space Marines, particularly around the subject of exterminatus. So the Doom Warriors are a codex chapter of an unknown founding and origin. Their armor is a bright yellow and black eagle, white skull and yellow lightning. The Doom Warriors have defected in their
Catalepsian.
node because of their Space Marine. Because of this, their Space Marines do not sleep, which is in turn makes them a morose and moody chapter. This is perhaps why they specialise in cleansing campaigns and are by far the most effective way of exterminatusing. Results when it comes to the Astartes, they are responsible for the following worlds being ended: Carnage, Jephystics, Crandor 3, Mardun X, or 10 I guess, Taurus, Turan 9, Troop 2 and Troop 3.
Yeah, I love that. Trube.
Just a few.
Truub. That's quite a few.
They've been busy boys.
There's quite a few worlds. Yeah, they just.
Considering they wouldn't have a lot of Space Marines.
So interestingly, when I was looking up the like individual worlds, their name just kept cropping up. Like in the table on like Lexicanum, it was like, oh wow, they're there again. They're there again. They're there again. So I cherry picked a few from that list to just then highlight this chapter, which I find really interesting. That there's some kind of unknown origined Space Marines out there in yellow, nuking planets, and somehow they just seem to get the call to go and do it.
Yes. So, second pick of 3. First one being Agrellan, or Mugalath Bay.
Agrellan Earthshade.
Indeed. which was a Tau Conquered world in the Ultima segmentum. Basically, the Tau managed to protect a single city with a shield dome, but the rest of the planet was wiped out due to an exterminatus. But to top it all off, the surviving Tau were members of the Farsight Enclave, so the Ethereals commanded Commander Surestrike to then come and wipe them out.
Of course, because for the greater good.
For the greater good. Next up, we've got Tethris. Was successfully conquered by an unspecified Tyranid hive fleet. However, while the Tyranids were still harvesting the planet's bioreserves, a Space Marine fleet materialised from the warp and destroyed the planet with a barrage of cyclonic torpedoes, fulfilling an exterminatus order issued by Inquisitor Cryptman, who has done a lot of commanding of exterminatus.
Yes, he's the guy, I think, with the Tyranids.
Yes. And then my last one is Phanon Prime. A hive world plagued by pirates and Xenos slavers fell into chaos after the Imperial forces were redirected to the Angevin Crusade. Its Lord Commander, embittered and defiant, declared succession, allied with the pirates, and embraced chaos, believing the Imperium too distracted to respond. He was wrong.
Yeah, it's a bit of a gamble, that is.
Lord Inquisitor Corbras Aquari, a ruthless Xanthite, led Inquisition fleet to the world, crushed its defences, and deployed the Life Eater virus, killing
virus bomb.
all 14 billion inhabitants. The planet was then claimed by the Inquisition as a research base for forbidden weapons and prisoners.
Cool.
Years later, a covert investigation revealed that the Inquisitors there had become Phaonites, heretics rejecting the Emperor's divinity and delving into warp-tainted science. After a purge, the Ordo Calaxis, fearing lingering corruption, enlisted the priesthood of Mars to destroy the planet by crashing the nearby moon into it, shattering the planet for forever.
Wow, that's like an exterminatus on top of an exterminatus.
Exactly.
That's kind of crazy.
But yeah,
that's no moon. That's
that
is a moon. Crap.
That was my ChatGPT converted one.
Oh, okay.
Because it was massive.
Yes. Yeah. No, it's good to kind of bring only the needed bit of information.
Hence all the bold bits.
Oh, cool. Well, I thought we'd round out this spotlight, as we've done in the past sometimes, asking some kind of fun questions. So I'll ask mine, and then if Sam's got others that he wants to throw in there, then I will allow it. But the first one I have to put to the group is, which method of exterminatus would be the coolest to witness? Obviously from a safe space.
Moon crashing into a planet.
Okay, you're going to go for that specific one.
I'll go for that one.
I think I love the idea of the glassing the planet.
Yeah.
Like, you could see it still, like the ambers, like a month after it. Like, that was kind of cool. That was the incinerator torpedoes, I think.
That was the atomic atmospheric incinerator torpedo. Yes.
Yeah. That one I think would be like crazy to witness, and just to see the kind of planet glow bright red and white from the heat, and then just suddenly all shiny.
Do you know of Time Machine? The movie?
No.
Not the book. The movie.
Which one?
It would have been in the remake, the awful one. So in Time Machine, when he rides his time machine, he's in an orb. Yeah. And he like travels through time and you see everything. It's not like he just goes and appears there, right? Everything speeds up around him or slows down and goes backwards. I would wish to view an exterminatus in an orb.
Okay.
And be able to see it.
Safety, but on the planet.
Yeah, I want to see it firsthand.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, fair enough.
And I would like to see the one which makes people's faces melt.
Virus bomb.
I'd want to see that.
Oh, okay. That's pretty morbid, man. That's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna do it right, you gotta have the stones.
I guess so.
You gotta have
yeah,
the stones to do an exterminatus. I can't shy away from seeing it, right? Otherwise, I can't do it. So
Fair
I
enough.
want to see that one, and I think it would be the quickest one. I also think the one that accelerates the growth on the planet sounds really
kinda
interesting
crazy,
to see.
yeah.
And can imagine it very much like, what movie is it? I guess kind of like Evolution.
Yeah.
Where
Yeah.
okay.
like,
yeah.
it just kind of molds into things and giant stuff.
Yeah,
Anyway.
yeah.
So I'd quite like to see that from more of a comedic point of view.
Yeah.
But yeah, if I had to pick one, it would be the virus bomb, and just see how that
Wow.
works out for my popcorn wielding
Okay.
protective orb.
Which one would you think would be the best to die in? Like either least painful or I don't know. I don't know how you classify this, but I think for me it's like just hit me with a nuke, it blows up, I'm dead. Like I don't have to live through the radiation or anything like that. I'm
Planet
just dead.
Planet breaking apart.
Okay.
Like
I don't know though. If you're on like the other side of the planet, you're not killed on the initial explosion, are you?
yeah,
No, it's
It would be the atmospheric
Well, I mean-
mess up and earthquakes and everything falling on you. It'd be horrible.
Ultimately, I'm gonna die anyway, right?
Yeah, but
So-
I'd like it to be quick and like just done.
But you only get to do it once. Like you might as well
Yeah.
see something awesome while it's happening.
No.
Otherwise, you might just shoot yourself in the face as soon as you see the bombs drop. It's like, oh, okay,
Sure, I'd happily do it.
really?
Yeah, I think so.
I want to see the planet break apart just to see how that works.
I get it. I do get it. That one. I get why you'd want to
Yeah.
do that, but I'm not sure.
Maybe from a plane, like in is it Day After Tomorrow?
Day after tomorrow, yeah.
Yeah, like in
Okay.
I'd do it in a plane. Plane break apart planet, brilliant. I'm there.
Okay. And what would be the worst then?
The virus bomb.
Yeah, that'd
I
be
don't want my
horrible.
eyeballs to melt. I'm quite
Horrible.
attached to them.
Yeah, I think that would be the worst one.
But that's like saying
Melting.
like suffocation,
No
Or-
breathing.
like
Yeah.
because
This
basically
is my last resort.
so basically if you saw the planet breaking apart, you're dying and you're on a plane, you're dying of suffocation, like because when you land, there's no oxygen, so you would just suffocate, right?
Yeah.
Whereas virus bomb, there's plenty of oxygen, but it's just laced with stuff that melts yourself.
Mm.
So I feel like I don't know how I feel about suffocating. I feel like that would be quite slow and painful, like slower than face
Melting.
melting. Well,
Melting
I
into a
don't-
pile
I
of
think
goo.
it's-
No.
if I'm there for the nuclear ones, am I at the site of impact or am I further away? Because I don't want to be Chernobyl.
But that's why I kind of said I think that would be the best one to die in because
Like-
like you're just nuke dead.
But if you're there, though.
If you're there,
But if
yes.
you're like 2 towns over and you suddenly get a third arm,
well, I mean these are nukes big enough to like kill a whole
well,
planet.
not even like that comedic, right? It would be if it wasn't, say it was the localized nukes rather than the whole planet nuking, like dying 10 years later of like horrific cancer would be way worse.
Yeah, the Imperium are like far too solid with their tactics.
To be fair though, if there was anywhere you'd want to get something like that, it would be in the Imperium because they've probably cured it for rich people. Like you'd have to
Okay.
be rich.
I don't know. They'd just build yourself. You'd be built into a robot.
Well, if you were poor or a space marine,
Most of the rich people are half robot.
I'd be fine with that.
Hmm.
You not okay being half robot?
Yeah.
Which half would you pick, Neil?
The lower half.
The lower. Let's go diagonal.
Diagonal
You want to keep. Sorry, Neil's drawing across his body. He wants to keep his nipples, but wants to get rid of his penis.
Okay,
Yeah.
I get it.
So it's like a Stanley drill. Your questions were way too tame for what I was going to ask.
I'll ask away.
So, do you think you could order an exterminatus?
Yes, but it would take some convincing.
Okay.
Is it for the greater good?
I mean, well, it's not for those. It might be at the greater good
Yeah,
because we don't like them.
But they all have big bushy
kill the
beards.
fish people.
I feel if I was in the universe and I was of a sufficient power to be able to order an exterminatus, I feel like I would probably be an evil inquisitor and would probably be quite benevolent
Okay,
and
yeah.
would probably use,
Delete the world.
Yeah.
Move on.
because I feel like the whole power corrupts thing.
Yeah.
I feel like I'd be corrupted.
Yeah.
Like I'm not of high standing morals.
I would certainly try to be, but whether I'd hold out or not, who knows?
But I do feel like I would exterminatus.
Hmm.
I feel like if
I think if it came to it, I imagine I would have the conviction to do it, but to get to that point would be quite heavy. Whereas I imagine other Inquisitors or Space Marines or whatever would be like, yep, time's now, delete. I'd be like, but surely there's another way. Like
it would have to be the whole, it's going to stop something worse happening.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
Would you do it?
Yeah, if it was to stop something worse happening.
Okay. And then which one would you pick to do to someone else?
Which one would you pick to do to someone else?
Yeah. So you're the Inquisitor. You're about to load the torpedo tubes with the one you want to pick. You're going through the old scatter graph of like scrolling left on it, and then you swipe up to load
I think it generally come down to the planet.
Yeah, obviously, yeah. If there was no,
Because if there's loads of resources there as well, at least you can do the one where you can still go and like strip mine it or whatever. So it's still a use to the Imperium or whatever. Like I guess. And obviously, if it's a load of organic issues, then the virus bomb makes the most sense.
Yep.
Does your hesitancy to send a virus bomb relate to the target you're shooting? Say it was Necrons, fine, nuke them. Say it was like Tyranids, nuke them even harder.
Yeah.
Like, but if it was like Chaos Cultists or a world that has a Chaos taint to it, or a world that has seen Space Marines or demons, like they're quite frequently virus bombed afterwards, right? So.
Yeah, I think I'd struggle again, like Hive cities where there's Gene Stealer infestation, but 14 billion people on it.
Yeah.
I think I'd rather like crack the planet in two, so it's a quick death for as many people as possible.
Yeah.
Rather than like, let's melt everyone into sludge.
I don't think.
But I don't know, like.
I don't know the cracking.
I don't think the cracking the planet is
going
to be that quick.
Yeah. All right. Whatever's the quickest and pain-freeest.
I don't know I don't know which one.
If it's a bunch of people,
I generally think.
yeah.
I think the virus bomb is the quickest.
It probably is.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Because I mean, how long does Cadia last after?
Wow, the wounds are too raw, Neil. You can't.
How long does it last after he's chucked a Blackstone Fortress into it?
Quite a long time.
Yeah,
Like the planet
whereas
takes quite a long time.
Virus bomb is pretty damn quick in Phase 3.
Yeah, true. They're on the planet like the next day, aren't they? Like, let's see who survived.
Yeah.
And kill them. So yeah.
So we're saying we all could do it if we were those characters and had enough conviction, and we would pick. Well, you pick the slowest one.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what I'd pick. I'd want to pick the.
So if you were like Matt, the Inquisitor, but your middle name was like Matt, the virus bomb Inquisitor.
Yeah.
Matt, the planet breaking Inquisitor. You would pick planet breaking.
I don't know. The one that had the quickest outcome.
Really?
I think so. It's as pain free as you can make it.
Oh, my music's playing.
Not realise this.
No. Should not have stopped it.
I've heard music. I just didn't know it was coming from your thing.
There we go. Anyway, that stopped.
Atmospheric incinerator torpedo because it just burns all the oxygen out
To
the air.
glass.
Yeah. And then
glass
you
is the
suffocate.
planet. Yeah,
But quite quickly, I guess.
Yeah.
My concern is the virus bomb catching fire. Like, say you're a clever one who has, I don't know, scuba diving gear.
You survive the virus bomb,
And you survive the bomb,
suddenly
and then you become a toaster.
everything ignites.
Everything gets a bit warm.
Yeah, but you wouldn't survive it because it penetrates the free
hang on.
breathers.
So there is, but then how do the Space Marines survive it on the planet?
They weren't in a bunker, weren't they?
So as long as I'm in like
deep enough, because it's
Okay.
not good. Because there's no point going in the water because the virus will get into the water.
Yeah.
You're
Just
still
melt
not
everything.
safe. Yeah.
Oh, I wasn't going in the water. I was just going to use a rebreather.
But it goes through rebreathers.
Yeah, it does.
You have to be in like a concrete bunker,
A
like
triple,
they are on
a
this
triple
one.
sealed,
Yeah. With a rock
or
placed in front of it, like
a Titan.
Yes. Yeah, they survive, don't they? They just shut down and close all the vents, don't they?
Yep.
Well, we already discovered that would be my job, to be a Titan pilot, so maybe I would be fine.
Yes.
At that point, I'd pick virus bomb.
Yeah,
I'd
of course
survive
you should survive it. Yeah.
The world breaking apart, I wouldn't survive. Okay. I think they were all my morbid questions. Can you do it? Which one would you rather die in? And which one would you rather fire other people?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
Yes.
exterminatus is a really interesting topic because everyone kind of knows about it.
Yep.
They roughly know a lot of the stuff we've shared. They kind of roughly have heard of probably before because it is in Black Library books and in the lore. I could find 62 recorded instances.
See, it sounds like it's way more than that normally.
Guarantee it's way more than that. But I could find 62 that were recorded like with actual reasons.
Oh, okay.
So whether they just, I don't know, mention like this world was exterminatus but don't really give you a reason, then I didn't include that. So I found 62 recorded ones that had some form of, even if it was just a little sentence, had a reason like tyrannid infestation or whatever.
Yeah.
How do you think that fits in terms of like lore, background, content? Like, is it overused? Is it kind of, it feels like the very last resort? Like, I feel like the
feels
joke
like
is
it's way more frequent.
Yeah.
Than 62 like actual.
Yeah.
I don't know it's actual reasons, right? But
is that kind of the meme of the community of like, oh, there's a chaos guy, exterminatus.
yeah.
So we think it's way more often.
I swear though
I
there was
dunno.
it was mind wiping, wasn't it? There was something about normal everyday humans seeing demons.
Yeah, that's like a mind wipe. Often.
Right.
Yeah.
Which, to be honest, I think I'd rather have a virus bomb.
Partly, yeah. I don't know. I'd have to go back and look at that. But yeah, it's pretty bad. I mean, that's what the Grey Knights and the Space Wolves have a massive fight on Armageddon after the first war of all the corn demons and stuff have arrived, and all the like guard are like fought with them and fought bravely. So the Space Wolves were like, "Yeah, we're honor bound," and then the Grey Knights are like, "Yes, come here, humans." Slice.
Come for a hug.
Like, you must all die because you've seen demons now.
Yeah.
And us.
Yeah.
And they're like, no.
Yeah.
And then that causes a massive problem. So, yeah, I don't know. I feel like exterminatus is thrown around maybe in the community, and so we think it's really, really often.
Yeah.
When actually, like, 62 recorded in a massively vast universe is not that many.
No.
So it does feel like a last resort. But I think we've just memed it into being like, this happens all the time. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think I agree. Like, it feels like everyone's exterminatuses.
I think
He gets an exterminatus.
I think it's
We all
also,
get them.
I think a lot of narratives, whether it's a crusade of two people or events, tend to kind of aim down this line of, and then the planet was blown apart. Like, we always go to the big, giant, crescendo moment when actually it doesn't happen that often.
No.
Because the universe isn't that neat and tidy. Where it's like, there was a big uprising and then exterminatus. It's like, actually, there was a big uprising and we killed most of it. But
there's still this
there's still that
underlying
little tiny thing somewhere.
that's remaining hidden.
Yeah, interesting subject. I hope you enjoyed that spotlight. I certainly did, and we'll come back with our rounding out of the episode. Do you want to paint some models? Come on, let's go and paint. They're always sitting on the shelf. They won't paint themselves. Do you want them to stay all grey? Hi, I'm Matt, and you may remember me from such things as pessimist or realist, you decide. Laziness, the hobby killer, and the burning of Hivani Prime. I'm here to tell you about the monthly hobby hangouts that we host online. These run usually the last Sunday of every month from 8 PM UK time, where you will be greeted by one of the podcast hosts. Every month is a blast with lots of chatter around the hobby as well as wider life in a friendly atmosphere. Some of us get a decent amount of hobby done, but by no means is that the must for these hangouts. We post updates and links to these events through our Facebook safe room and Discord channel, so jump on those to join in with other members of the Adeptus Terra community. We hope to see you there.
There.
Was that the end of an advert?
That was the end of the advert.
Oh, right.
Great
Just
to see you there. It's
All
all
of a sudden.
frozen.
Oh, God, no. Yeah, at some point we'll get around to redoing adverts. I feel
Yeah,
like
I
we do
like
we
it.
do them, and then next week we're like, we need to do new adverts. Never quite get them right. But anyway, thank you for listening to this episode of the Adeptus Terra podcast. I hope you've enjoyed it. I've certainly enjoyed hanging out with the guys and chatting about what's going on in our life of the hobby. Exterminatus was really interesting to talk about, including our fun questions. And yeah, as we progress through Kill Team, I think it's been fun to get to grips with that again.
You know, one thing they didn't do a super laser to destroy a planet.
No, that's true. Yeah.
Disappointing.
It is. It is. They have so many methods, and they didn't go for that.
Yeah.
Well, let's not talk about destroying planets anymore. Might be a bit morbid. I would do it with Cadians. Would land troops and then just like litter picking. You know when you create a long line and then walk across. Just do that across the entire planet with Cadians.
Okay.
And that's how I would exterminatus the world.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah. With flamers.
One Cadian at a time.
One Cadian at a time. I think flamers are the way to
Just kill it with fire.
Yeah.
Going to the spider planet.
Big believer of that. Did I tell you about the ice bath I did the other day? And
yes,
it was in the dark, like 10 o'clock at night after our game. It was after our game? Anyway.
No, it was before.
Was it
you
before?
were telling me while we were playing the game.
So it was dark. I got in this ice bath and sat there and I noticed, I felt like this thing crawling up my neck. And I grabbed it and it was a massive fucking spider. And I was like, well, that's it. That was good. It meant to be 10, 15 minutes, but I did 3. That's fine. Story of my life, really. Anyway, you were talking about spiders.
I know. I was just saying that's how you exterminate the planet of the spiders, with fire.
Fire. Lots
Kill
of
it with fire.
All the fire.
But yes, no, I hope you've enjoyed this episode. It's been fun hanging out. Quick reminder, our next hobby hangout, we have one on the August the 31st. If you're around and listening to this on release, then you'll be available for that, hopefully. And then the next one will be the September the 28th. They're from 8 p.m. onwards, and we post a Google Meet link all on our social medias. So make sure you're on those. We're really trying to grow the Discord, so we'd love you to come and join our community there. And the link for that is normally in our show notes, I believe, when we post the episode. The Discord link?
Yes, it is. Yeah.
There we go. wakey.
I was like, the for the hangout? No.
No, for the Discord.
Yes, it is.
So yeah, come and join us there. Lots of channels, lots of discussion about all the things, all the hobby goodness. And leave us a review wherever you listen to us. Be cool to get some new reviews and have those ping through. So please do that and be kind. How do we end this episode? How do we do things? I've forgotten.
Well, I think with that being said...
Oh, yeah. I've been Matt.
I've been Sam.
And I've been Neil.
And this has been the Adeptus Terra podcast.
Do you think it's old age? Do you think that's
I
what's
think it
going on
is,
here?
yeah.
Hilariously, I'm the oldest one in the room and I remember how it ends.
Well, but you can't see in the dark.
No.
Oh, sorry, not the dark. Low light.
Low light.
Low light. So low
Anyway,
light is the
It's
problem.
blinding.
Bye.
Toodles.